ain't never got a box again. Well. I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Yeah, you know the deal. We back again. Yo. A round of applause for Jersey's finest. A lot of content creators not worthy, but they minus. They get offended and start singing like the whiners. Talking like they tough, but it's only screaming and whining. My homie JusDueBoxing is the cat you don't come to. Your squad get run through. By the time you come to, you duck food. You suckers talk tough on the internet, revealing all your threats. Now we got you trapped in the net. JusDueBoxing be on this grind, y'all better hustle up. You deadlifted 90 pounds, we doing muscle ups. There's really no comparison. His voice sound like a derringer. Throwing a towel, it's just embarrassing. My dog Just very philosophical and psychological, and he mixed it all with good boxing news. These YouTubers feel like Bishop, I guess they got the juice, but it's lonely at the top to Just to feel like child abuse. Be respectful, he don't want to talk wild and loose. If you can't relate, you get dismissed like a mild dispute. These weird cats will tell lies, then they hide the truth. Wide beyond views, you lose your life when you collide with dude. It's JusDueBoxing. All you cowards quit jocking. Kirk is official with no other options. Yeah, yo. You know the deal. Judah Ben, we in the spot. JusDueBoxing, yeah. And of course, shout out to Mrs. Do, holding the whole family down. Word 'em up, word 'em up.
What's good? Salute to the family. How y'all feeling on this good Wednesday? We are back. We are back to get boxing is just due. We gonna build. Y'all already know, man. If you catch this on the playback, smash the like button, sub to the channel. Come rock out with the fam. How y'all feeling today? I hope everybody having a good day. Cuzzo, Ashley's corner was good, Cuzzo. Says you're having a hell of a day. I hope it get better. I hope it get better. I hope it get better. I hope it. He said who made the thumbnail. I came across this on, I forget the name. I gotta look at it again, man. I tagged him in the Instagram. Mike Kirkland in the building, my bro. I just used that thumbnail because it was simple for the conversation. Miss Joette, peace and blessings to the queen. How you feeling? Jonathan, what's good with the fam? A1 Hoops on in the building. My guy Justin James is in the building. JBT. Bruce Gas in the building. What's good, fam? Zone Verse, my guy. Peace and blessings, Brody. Roger, what's good with it? You know, we're going to talk about it. It just caught my ear, man. And, you know, I got the clip. We're going to talk about it, man. Salute to my guys on Verse, man. William, old school, my brother, fight game in the building. How you feeling, bro? Salute to the family. Yeah, punch the like button. We're going to talk about it. We're going to build. We got a few things to talk about. Silverado Low in the building. Salute to all the channel members. Much love to y'all. We going to get it started. So, we seen the presser from yesterday. You know what I mean? Look, what's good with it, Roger? We seen the presser from yesterday. You know, it was different takes. For me, I didn't mind it too much. I thought it was cool. You know what I mean? I think the fact that they kept it boxing for the most part, and they focused primarily on each other. I think that made it tasteful, right? I preferred it that way, and I'm glad it went the way it went, right, for the most part. But through all of this, the back and forth and the different things being said, I don't know what the hell's going on in the world of boxing, but we had to talk about it. I seen this, I said, man, y'all won't stop poking the bear, man. Y'all wonder why y'all think he out here on some other type of time. I won't leave him alone. Floyd catching strays for no reason. He said, man, he been saying some stuff, man. He was talking his tiz out. He was talking his talk, man. It was a little on the corners. You know why? Because to be honest with you, why it's always gonna kind of lack that from a certain to a certain degree is because neither guy are big trash talkers. They're not great trash talkers. Neither guy, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's something you can always work on, a part of your game as well. Trash talking, that is part of the game. That is part of selling the fight. Go the back and forth, what you say and how you say it. You know what I'm saying? So it's definitely part of the game for sure. But I think it's a part of the game for them too that, is not their strongest for sure. Like Ryan trash talk definitely ain't no good for sure. He don't know how to trash talk. He just sound like so friendly. He remind me of a teenager still for some reason. I don't care how raspy his voice get. He remind me of a teenager when he be up there. So it's sometimes be hard to take him serious a little bit, but I do believe he gonna come to try to win this fight. But with that being said, $1 million, 40 mil, 20 mil Bill is back at it, man. You know what I mean? He back at it. Kirk Douglas in the building. What's good with it, fam? Man, he said, man, he went off. I got a little clip too, man. I think I got the full joint I could play too if he don't say enough of what I need him to say in this little clip. But you know what I mean? He said, man, Floyd, he responded to Floyd's allegedly showing, Ryan the sparring footage, man. And he said, he should have showed the sparring video of himself and Devin. It was 6-0. It wasn't even close. It was like Floyd was looking in the mirror. That was before the Conor McGregor fight and all that. So he seemed to say, the young dad pieced him up, man. And he said Devin the one who stamped that. You know what I mean? He knew the torch had to be passed, and he passed it to Devin. That's why I use this passing of the torch thumbnail. You know what I'm saying? Because that's pretty much what they're trying to say. This was the passing of the torch, so they say, y'all. Passing of the torch, man. But hold on, let me see. I got the little short clip in here.
It's gonna work, Floyd. He should have showed the sparring video of him and Devin. Yeah. What? Now, why he's showing all that sparring video, and it was 6-0, it wasn't close. It was like Floyd was looking in the mirror when I told him. It was before the Conor McGregor fight when he finally decided that he could no longer be in the boxing with no real fighters. Devin is the one that stamped that. He knew that the torch had to be passed, and he passed it to Devin. It's the new era, it's the Devin Haney era, and that's what it is.
Man, it's the new era, it's Devin Haney era, and that's what it is. Man, he said, man, Mike, what's good with him, my bro? How you feeling? Will said, man, Bill shame me always, man. Yeah. And look, I ain't mad at nothing he said. It just caught my attention. It was worth it. It was worth a discussion. You get what I'm saying? Ryan coming to fight, mark my words. I'm coming back in your time to make you remember. Now, I think he is coming to fight Kurt. I don't think he's gonna lay down. That's what I think gives him an honest chance at winning. But I ain't mad at nothing Bill said. Like, he said what he said. I wasn't there. He was, right? But, if Floyd was essentially looking in the mirror, if they were mirroring each other, that would indicate that the sparring was competitive, right? I would think so. If you're saying that it was like him looking in the mirror, like, you know what I'm saying? So, and I've heard this story before. I guess he just brought it back to the forefront with the whole, he sparred him and it wasn't close. And again, it's not a big deal to me. I wasn't there. It's just worth a good conversation, man. It's funny how he, he said this was after the Conor McGregor fight. And Floyd knew he couldn't fight no more real fighters. I mean, how many more real fights did he have after the Conor McGregor fight? If we being honest, I think Floyd was already on his way out, and McQueen in the building was good with it. Go good, was good with it, fam. So Devin should fight Boots. He a welterweight. People say EJ did that to Floyd. So Devin versus Boots, like, be real. You get what I'm saying? It opens the floodgates for people to start asking for different fights. That's why I say the more you talk, the more expectations you put, you know what I mean, on the table, essentially. And you got people expecting him to go out there and do things that he's never done before. You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy. Bill starts sweating every time he gets the Boots question. He was already, I'm telling you, fight game. He was already retired, bro. You get respect to him, respect to the young dad. Look, I wouldn't deny that he was able to give Floyd some good work and some good sparring. You get what I'm saying? That's not out the realm of possibility, but you know where it starts to get unrealistic is how it wasn't even close and Floyd couldn't land a glove on him. Like, I'm sorry, bro. Even at this age, there's not a fighter that Floyd, in my opinion, would get in front of that he wouldn't be able to land a glove on. Like, there's no way, bro. You're not going to convince me that. You get what I'm saying? Zach B in the building was good with it. Great stories that don't translate to the ring. Never saw a guy that brings up everybody except the opponent in front of him. I feel that. Gianni Legion in the building was good with the family. Yeah, he go with it. Dre Noble in the building was good, family. And it's all good. Like I take it in good fun. It's entertaining. It's content. I'm here talking about it, right? So I think that's what his goal is at the end of the day, to keep people talking, keep people engaged and interested in what they got going on. You know what I mean? So I understand it, but it's still a tough sell for me to just believe that all of a sudden, Floyd just, lost his ability to land shots. And I get it. Like, he ain't the same exact guy, but this is Floyd Mayweather we talking about. This is one of the most accurate guys in the sport. What Floyd we talking about? Is this something I don't know? Because that man still literally could get in the ring and still look sharp. And if he actually really wanted to and got into actual fight shape like he typically do, like, he could still beat some of these guys. You know what I'm saying? Now, the top guys, of course, it'd be dangerous for him, but you're not going to tell me he can't still get in there and compete as old as he is, man. With some of these dudes, it's just the IQ. You're a very smart dude. So that isn't called cock chasing. I'm telling you, man, it's damn sure teetering the line if it ain't. You know what I mean? But he's stimulating the social media economy. That's what I say. You get what I'm saying? And I see what he's doing. That's why I don't have a problem with it, because I get it. You give me something to talk about, and it's funny, but I just don't think in no way, shape, or form that you're retiring Floyd Mayweather. You know what I mean? As you put Devin on the canvas, he ain't beating him even at this age. Shakur Floyd, he messing up Bill's plans for Devin. So they're going to hate. You already know. Verse in the building was good, family. Keith Thurman versus Tszyu. It's a tough fight for Keith Thurman, bro. It's going to be a tough fight. He's been off for a long time. He's fighting an active guy that's, constantly growing in confidence, and it's going to be tough for Keith Thurman to beat him. You know what I mean? I lean towards Tszyu in that fight. P. Hunter in the building. Man, has Bill ever lied to anyone? Get that man the benefit of the doubt, right? He ain't never told no lies. No, I mean, tell you what's good with it, fam. You see why nobody like that. They try to downplay others to hype themselves up. And I guess it comes off that way, and it comes off a bit distasteful. You get what I'm saying? People ain't really trying to hear that, I mean, look, I guess, some people cool with the stories, but, like I will always say I wasn't there. So I guess he was, so he can say anything. Naeem was good with it, fam. But it's just, again, I'm just going off of what it all depends on, I don't know, man, I don't know. Floyd I'm going off of what I seen, man. I never seen him not be able to land on anybody, right? You get what I'm saying? And this is always under the lights and definitely in the gym. Like, he got sparring stories for days too, how he used to embarrass people and beat up on guys. So I just don't think he all of a sudden lost his ability to land shots and lost his boxing ability. And again, if he was staring in the mirror, then it essentially was being competitive. You know what I'm saying? And not being close. It wouldn't be him looking in the mirror. You get what I'm saying? It'd be like him looking in the mirror of yesteryear or something. Say something different, but looking in the mirror, it's telling me that it's close. You know what I mean? That's like a you against you type thing. So if that was the case, then I don't see no reason why he wouldn't be able to compete. Like, I ain't trying to hear it. Says exaggeration, build 1,000. You know it, man. He be promoting, having fun with it. And I get what he doing. That's why I say I don't have a problem with it. I like it. It's fun. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? It all depends on how it hits your ear. For me, it's all entertainment, man. I know he just promoting it and having fun with it. Go Good says, Tszyu wants you to stand in front of him. Yeah, it's Thurman. If Thurman still got the legs, bro, he can make it difficult. You know what I mean? John Wick in the building, take Bill out of the boxing. What do we have? Just honest opinion. I don't know. I think he entertaining, bro. I do. Like, I just feel like with anybody, right? Everything you do is not gonna always go across well with the people, right? It's just gonna be some people that not gonna like the way you do things, and that's just what it is. That just come with the territory. Like, you're gonna have some people that jump all over it, eat it up. People like me, I just see it for what it is, man. I understand everybody's perspective. Somebody say clout chasing, I get it. Somebody say just promoting and doing what the dad's supposed to do, I get it. Like, it doesn't bother me because it's entertainment, right? But I'm still gonna call BS on it from my vantage point. Just I'm not gonna only go off of what I think, because again, I'm gonna keep saying that I wasn't there. So this is just fun. It's fun entertainment. It's a little back and forth. Yeah, he retired Floyd. It wasn't even close. Like, he's talking that talk, wasn't he? What $1 million? Let me play him again.
Floyd. He should have showed the sparring video of him and Devin. Yeah. What? Now, why he's showing all this sparring video, and it was 6-0, it wasn't close. It was like Floyd was looking in the mirror when I told him. It was before the Conor McGregor fight when he finally decided that he could no longer be in the boxing with no real fighters. Devin is the one that snapped that. He knew that the torch had to be passed, and he passed it to Devin. It's the new era, it's the Devin Haney era, and that's what it is.
He said Devin ain't stamped that. You know what I mean? He forced him to pass that torch over, man. It's the passing of the torch, man. You know? Man, look, man, at some point, facts. And never take it, man. So many times pointing to him just being a fabricator. A fibber. A fibber. Yeah, whole fibber. Chop, what's good with it, fam? Rod could win if he on point. I'm mad to instigate. Salute to my brother Mike Kirkland in the super chat. Always showing love, man. Bill is sure entertaining, but he folks when he talks about things. He know, because it's just a lot of promotion and fun and entertaining. I truly think he having fun with this stuff, and it's kind of fun to see him having fun. Like I said, when it don't go personal, I can take it for what it is. It's pure entertainment, right? So he been keeping it in bounds for me, and that I'm big on that. I'm big on respect. So I know they taking their little shots, but it is what it is. Floyd will be all right, you know what I mean? But I don't know how many people going to believe that was the case. I just can't say that. I mean, I know people said Floyd said it. I haven't heard him say nothing the way Bill is putting it, though. I ain't hear that.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well, right. well. I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Look to my brother Mike Kirk. Yeah, I mean, look, Chop. He has to go in there focused. He has to be able to have the wherewithal to execute the game plan. You get what I'm saying? He's gonna be in trouble if he can't. He can't find himself lost. He want to be able to navigate those early rounds and make sure that the fight just don't completely get away from him. He's just getting dominated round after round, because it's gonna be mentally, like, you know, crushing to him. It's gonna crush him. Like, his confidence gonna take it. He's gonna be chipping away at his confidence round after round if he's not able to have success. So he definitely got to be on point. You gotta listen to Derrick James, stick to the game plan, and execute. And you got to try to be first in this situation. You got to initiate offense. You can't just stand there and wait for him. He'll pick your partners. It'll be a long night. He said they're mad. They're instigating. I just Bill live with himself. The lies have been telling, if he knows it deep down. Because I think for him, Bill's the LeVar Ball, the LeVar Ball. Oh, he said in his LeVar Ball bag. Yeah, I think ultimately, like, again, it's not everything. I think sometimes we just look at things, we be so serious. And I think if you just look at it for what it is, you remember this is supposed to be entertaining, right? Or entertainment. So you always got to consider that when these dudes are saying certain things that catch your ear. That's the whole purpose of it, to get people talking, get people engaged, stir up conversations, good, bad, or indifferent, right? That's what come with the territory. But again, if he's able to, you know, generate conversations of little, you know, somewhat controversial things that he's saying are like hot topics, then so be it. You get what I'm saying? That's I know he's cool with what come with it, right? And I think he really mean well at the end of the day. I really do. So that's why I don't take it too you know what I mean? Unless it's personal, then I see that for what it is. But as long as it's, you know, within the realm of the sport, just talking slick, I'm cool on that. Salute to my cousin being a member for 4 months. So they chose to take now Floyd to talk about sport. You know it. You know, he said because Floyd was out there showing the tape. You know what I mean? Wait till they see this tape. You know what I mean? Think Ryan gonna get hurt. Man, yeah, it's not gonna be easy for him. Make no mistake, it ain't gonna be easy. Southwest Dice in the building. What's good, my guy? How you feeling, bro? Where's my joint doing? My laptop acting crazy. I don't know what's up. I think it's the weather too, man. What's good with the Southwest? How you feeling, bro? Pound for pound. What's good with it, family? How you feeling, bro? That Derek should have him concentrate on the basics and teach him 3 traps. Derek's not going to walk him down. Basics will help Ryan a lot. That's true. John Wick in the building was good with it. I mean, promotion for the fight, right? Right. Mr. Empire was good with it. I just know some people just hate it because they like, man, it's other ways. She said, howdy. Heather, you peace and blessings, queen. That just caught me off guard. That's funny. Howdy. He just popped in with that. Ryan giving up too many details about their take spar. So Bill had the damage control, give a hot take on Floyd. Control the market, corner the market, fight game, corner the market. Control the pieces on the board. Know what I mean? Control the media frenzy. Know what I mean? Bill good at that, man. He enjoying it, bro. Like, I'm just at a different place. I just want to try to enjoy boxing as much as I can. So as long as I don't see them going personal, I won't take it personal, right? Like, dang, like, you know what I mean? I ain't going to be mad at it. I know I've heard him say this stuff before. I know Floyd, you know, praised Devin, gave Devin his just due, so to speak, and, you know, said he did, you know, some good things, but I don't think he would agree that it wasn't even close and he wasn't able to hit him and it was 6-0. Like, certain stuff is able to be said because they understand that Floyd also understands the fight game. So it's not like he gonna get bent out of shape every time somebody mention his name, right? You get what I'm saying? I think it's deeper than that for him. I don't think he cared that much, right? He probably hear that stuff and just like shrug it off, you know what I mean? I don't think Ryan can learn anything new to be dead. He ain't got in his 2 hours now. And he don't really have a chance to learn it before April 20th. I think I get that fight game. I think the main thing, bro. Salute to the queen. Have it. Yeah, I think the main thing is like bro was mentioning, the basics. The basics to go a long way for him. You don't have to reinvent him as a fighter. You just have to sharpen up some of those rough edges and kind of, you know what I mean? Close some of those windows, meaning opportunities for Devin by being responsible defensively, right? Not being careless and reckless, and then being smart, having a calculated approach to how you're going to attack him, not just going in there off athleticism and emotion and running into shots, right? It's his approach is going to be very important, and again, he gonna have to approach this fight round by round. Don't bite off more than you could chew. You gotta really take it round by round because you got a pure boxer in there that's gonna be razor sharp. Best believe he's gonna be razor sharp on the night, and you're gonna have to deal with that man. So it ain't gonna be easy at all for him. I mean, any opportunity I think though for him to be truly successful is him, you know, going after it. I mean, I ain't mad at Bill. Mr. Impress, I ain't mad at Bill. Bill's doing whatever Father's supposed to do to push his son to the top. That's why I always say it's not a bad thing. Thrill Hill in the building was good. Even when they go person with another, he ain't talking about me. Yeah, for sure. That is when you'll hear me like get the most annoyed with what they saying. So the other stuff, that's why I say this, the entertainment stuff, I really let that be entertainment. The personal stuff is not entertaining. So you'll hear me be annoyed with having to hear about it instead of them just keeping it to boxing. But no, I mean, yeah, for sure. They ain't talking about me. Invest in this. Yeah, you just got to enjoy it. Just have fun with it. You know what I mean? That's all. Just have fun with it. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all smash. And unlike Bud Bill, there's too many other good fighters, so they don't care about being a hater of them. Yeah, for sure, they don't. Y'all make sure y'all smash that like button. What did Bill talk about? Edwin lied about his person. Oh, man. Marquis was good with the family. Telling you, Vandross Williams Jr., peace and blessings to the queen. Good to see you today. How you feeling? G Peasy, salute to my guy, Justin James, GTD, Bad Girls Promotions, man. Salute to the family. But yeah, it's all about being smart on the night, bro. I gotta keep it simple. Yeah. You can't be trying to, like, you know what I mean? You can't be just trying to freestyle it. You get what I'm saying? Richard Paris in the building, my guy. Devon was good with it, bro. How you feeling? Yeah, you just can't be out there trying to freestyle, like I said, man. So, you know what I'm saying? Because you don't want that. You don't want after the first 6 rounds. You don't want that treatment that he gave Floyd. Now, I know Ryan, you don't want that treatment that Dev gave to Floyd when he 6-0'd him in the gym and it wasn't even close. When he made him feel like, you know what, I can't hang with these young boys no more, man. I'm going to just do exhibitions. You don't want, hey, Ryan, you think they was calling you and Tank an exhibition? What he's saying is he going to exhibition you when he go out there and put that Picasso on you. You know what I'm saying? He paint that Picasso on you. So I know you don't want that exhibition treatment. You know what I'm saying? You don't want him to do you like he did Floyd. You don't want him to 6-zip you at the, you know what I mean? The score being, you know what I mean? 6-zip at the, you know what I mean? Halfway through the fight and it's looking bad for you. You know what I'm saying? You don't want that. You know what I mean? He gonna reduce you to a damn, you know what I mean, exhibition fighter, bro. You don't want that, Ryan. You best to be careful, brother. Samuel, what's good with it, fam? How you feeling? Serrano. She's staying busy. I love Serrano, man. Sean P in the building. Yo, Raymond Ford by points. I think so, bro. I think so, Sean. Raymond Ford on points, bro. Sarkal, you get what I'm saying, Rich? You don't want that Floyd treat. You don't want him to do you like he did Floyd. And that's just me making light of the situation. Like I keep saying, yeah, I had fun with it. I wasn't there. You know what I mean? But I don't doubt that a young, athletic, talented young fighter can go in there and be competitive against a Floyd Mayweather. And I believe that's believable. What I don't believe for the most part is that he just couldn't hit him at all. Couldn't land a glove. It wasn't even close. He just straight got dominated. Like you know, it's tough to push that. Anthony said, Merry Christmas to the 80s. They don't like that. Creole the Traveler, salute my guy. How you feeling, bro? Mr. M. Pride. He said, what is the new on Bud Crawford? We're gonna talk about it. I'm hearing some different things about Bud Crawford, man. So I don't know, man. I don't know. Dapper right in the building. He said Bill be lying his ass off. He be promoting his ass off. Yeah, he just a little fit, little white lie. Ain't nothing wrong for Floyd retired. 2015, 16-year-old Devin was a monster. Retired him, Richard. You know what I'm saying? Put that, my bro J be saying that boo bop bang on him. You know what I'm saying? Y'all make sure y'all punch the like button for your bro sub to the channel if you haven't. Let's rock out. Matter of fact, salute to everybody because we got some more stuff that we're gonna talk about. This just was one of them, man. We got a couple things to talk about. Some stuff with Crawford. Chris Algieri gave his thoughts on Crawford. You know what I mean? Saying he the next to retire and you're not gonna see Crawford in 2025. He's saying like Crawford had got pretty much one big fight left and that's it. So you know what I mean? We definitely could build on that, man. I'm gonna drop the link just in case my brothers want to come up, man. You dig? You dig. Devin didn't retire home at 25. I retired on TV at 16. Yeah, man, that's a tough sell, man. It's a tough sell, pal for pal. Adam in the building was good, my guy. Hey, did you hear Canelo say the fight with Spence at 160? I saw him say it, so why not Crawford at 60? Yeah, right. For sure. Prime politics in the building was good with it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You got to show me something, brother. You know what I'm saying? You got to show me. He say anything but the truth. Yeah, people when they ask for it, too. People don't be trying to hear it. You know what I mean? People don't be trying to hear it. With that fronting and stunting, y'all make sure y'all punch the like button, too, man. But, yeah, I think it's interesting what Algieri said, man. I'm going to put the Devin and Floyd thing on pause for a second. And right about those lines. Hey, he telling them lies. You doing wrong. Yeah, so Chris Algieri has some stuff to say about Crawford, and I'm hearing a number of different things. For one, I'm hearing that the Errol Spence and Terence Crawford rematch is like the rematch clause or something to that effect expired. So if that's in fact the case, that's crazy to even think about like that. you know, we might have to see, you know, these dudes fight other people. And it's not the craziest thing. Maybe it's good for boxing in a sense, right? For them to just be able to continue their careers, especially if it was going to be like, you know, pulling teeth to make this rematch, to sell it, or whatever the case may be, right? So it just all depends. You get what I'm saying? I think it's other mountains and things for those guys to climb. With Crawford, like he said, he got 2 more fights. I don't know how much longer Spence plan on being around after, you know, losing like that. But you know, we gonna see, we gonna find out. But I'm gonna definitely play this clip from Chris Algieri to see play what he said about Terence Crawford. They should go their separate ways. Yeah, it's like I'm not fully against it, bro. I'm not fully against it. Seeing them, you know, just go pursue other opportunities, because again, if it's just gonna be some drawn out situation where, you get what I'm saying, where you just don't want to see that. Like, you don't want to see another drawn out situation. Like, I'm pretty sure most boxing fans want to see the welterweight division continue to have motion and continue to, you know, to thrive, and these guys get their opportunities. So it's a silver lining to it. It's not the end of the world. Like, we did at least get to see it once. It's not a total wash if you don't get to see it, because like I said, there's still other opportunities for these guys to go out there and be great, man. They just got to do it. You know what I mean? Make these fights. My prediction: Crawford fight the winner of Tszyu, Thurman 54. That wouldn't be bad.
What up?
Keith Thurman said he will step up to the plate, you know. And Crawford, D for the win in the building, was good.
You hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
What up, bro? What's popping?
What's good with it? Got to work. Devin getting no love in LIC.
Is it good? Man. Is it good quality, or do I have to be like louder?
He's Bud, the face of boxing. But I don't know, Bud. This the Bud next chapter. This last chapter, this last mile, or however you want to phrase it, is going to be interesting with Terence Crawford, man. I wonder if he got 1 or 2 fights left. And I'm gonna play this real quick. At least it happened. You know, OGs are still mad at Aaron Pryor, Figure Leonard. It never happened yet for sure. I see the winner fighting Bud. I see Spence getting the winner of that fight. That's possible. I'm gonna play this joint real quick.
Next to retire is gonna be Terence Crawford, and he's gonna stay retired. He's not gonna feign it. I think that he's gonna have probably 1 more big fight this year, and then I think that's the last that we're gonna see. We're gonna see of the great Terence Crawford. Most likely, you know, he's gonna retire undefeated. If he gets the Canelo fight, maybe not. But regardless, I think if he gets the Canelo fight, the amount of money he's going to make in that fight and the history of going up so many weight classes is going to solidify him. And then in terms of if he doesn't get that fight and if he can't get another meaningful fight, you can see the frustration around him and what's going on and how difficult it seems that he's trying, you know, out there trying to get these fights and get these matchups. And you just can't get guys in the ring with him. He can't get the fights that he wants in terms of being big enough, you know, which is in his mind or whatever. But I don't think we're going to see Terence Crawford fight in 2025.
Yeah, so salute to my guy Casanova Pugilist, man. So look, man, yeah, Prime, come back up when you done eating and all that. You got a lot going on back there. But salute to you, bro. But pop back in when you done getting your eat together. You eating and all that, man. You might as well you know, wait till you done getting your nourishment together and then pop back up. But yeah, look, so I mean, I thought that was interesting what Chris Algieri had to say. He feels like Crawford is one more fight left. You get what I'm saying? There's 1 more fight left for him, and he you know that's it. It's no 2025. He feel like he gonna try to find a way to make 1 big fight. Richie baby in the building. What's good with it, my guy? How you feeling? Good to see you in the building. Appreciate you, family. So look, man, and y'all free to come up. You know, my guys, man. Y'all, you know, the professor. You know what I mean? Pound for pound. Yeah, Beth was good with it, bro. But yeah, so check it. I just think it's interesting. Like he I think Chris is right, but the only big fight is Boots. Yeah, Draper, pardon me, man. I said Dapper. Draper, right? Salute, fam. You might be right, bro. A big fight, I don't know. I mean, it's like the options are are tricky right now because he, like, I don't know if to say he's in between a rock and a hard place, but they're saying he's a, free agent pretty much, essentially. So where does that leave him? You get what I'm saying? Who's going to represent him? Like, which direction is he going to go? Is he going to look to, like, do a one-fight deal type of situation with somebody? Like, or I would like to know. Whatever he going to do, like he said, he think Terence Crawford is going to retire undefeated. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's a real possibility as well. I just would like to know where he would want to go with his next opponent, being that they saying him and Errol Spence, their contract, their rematch clause expired. So with that happening, you get what I'm saying? It's other fights for these dudes to make. You get what I'm saying? Tim is a big fight if he beats Thurman. I think so in Australia, Beth. I think so, bro. And in Australia for sure. Yeah, ain't nothing. Get your eater on to come back, bro. Kate Causey in the building. What's good with it? I think Tszyu could be a meaningful fight in Australia for him. You know what I'm saying? If he willing to do it, I think so. Charlo and Crawford. BVO, what's good with it, fam? Give me Charlo and Crawford. I'm not mad at that one either, Mike. I just want to know what Charlo's plans is. Is it to remain at 54 and do your thing there? You get what I'm saying? But the only thing is like, I would hate to see it with him coming off a loss like that and a layoff, right? It's just going to be another tough fight for him. But look, don't get me wrong. If that fight is on the table as a fight fan, hell yeah, give it to me. You know what I'm saying? I think it'll still be a good fight regardless, but I would hope to see Mel Charlo at his absolute best so it could be the right kind of fight. You know what I'm saying? Errol still has a fan base. Absolutely. Absolutely, man. Real ones rock with him because he a real one. Real ones rock with him. Pound for pound in the building. What's good, my guy?
Salute, just watching you cook, man.
Man, I appreciate you, man. Y'all always welcome because it's a few things we gonna chop it up on. I mean, this Crawford thing is one. I see a number of different things happening, man, and he might take his talents elsewhere now. So I wonder what fights, because I think if it's a situation where he's looking to go sign with another promotional company, I think that would kind of give you some type of insight as to who he might be looking to fight, if that makes sense, right? At this point in your career, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So I just want to see it. I do the hell of a fighter. I know it's going to be a damn good fight, whoever it is. Like Bud and Lubin. I ain't never think of that.
Bud and Lubin is good, but Lubin's on Premier Boxing Champion. So if he leave there, he's kind of leaving that whole stable. Not to say that he can't do one-offs, because Bud is in the same, Bud is like a Canelo or a Tank. I mean, not saying that they're on the same level, but I mean, like, freely to do whatever he want. So, I mean, hopefully he stay there and he do some one-offs, because then that leave it available where he could fight with everybody. But if he signed like a 2-3 fight deal with somebody, then, like you said, it kind of gives you insight on who he might be fighting. But from what I heard, didn't they put a report that he was with the WBA and he was lining up to fight Tszyu? Or was that just...
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I had touched on that a couple of weeks back. Tszyu had revealed in a clip that him and Bud was actually in negotiations, but he was like, this Keith Thurman thing came like sooner or something. I guess they was able to work that out easier or whatever the case. And it would kind of make sense because, Bud still had some situation going on with Errol. So it's kind of an easy decision for Tszyu. And it's a name, even though Keith Thurman ain't been above 147 in years, it's still a name for Tszyu to put on his resume if he could beat him. So I think it's the fact that they said they was in negotiations, that seemed like that's something that he would potentially want to revisit. I mean, why not?
Yeah, but this is more recent. Like, I heard that before, but this is like somebody in the chat probably put it. This is like a couple of days ago. I heard that Bud was revisiting that because they were saying that he could fight after Thurman, after Tszyu fights Thurman, that he'll fight Tszyu. I mean, anticipating that Tszyu win, because either way, if he don't win, the belt's still not on the line because it's a catch weight. Yeah, I heard that this is like recent that he could probably fight him. So we'll see. But I'm excited to Bud fight whoever, man.
Yeah, right. And I think because for him, I think just considering how he's been speaking, I think whatever fight it is, if Chris Algieri is right, if it's we ain't gonna see Bud in 2025 at all, then I'm guessing this last fight he gonna try to make a quick splash, whatever that may be. But like I said, I'm interested to see what that is. And again, I'm not bummed out if, like I said, if that report is accurate with the rematch clause expiring, whatever it is, what it is. I know it's a sneaky good fight in a sense for Errol Spence, and I've heard people mention it before, but it's a good fight for him at 54, and there's a little history there because dude beat him in the amateurs. It's a pretty good, it's a sneaky good fight, man. This guy.
Yeah.
I'm moving ahead. I'm just thinking ahead. I'm like, man, look, that dude been off for a while. He coming off of a loss. Errol Spence coming off of a loss. Another layoff situation. I'm looking at it like, why the hell not? Brian Castano been out the mix. He beat Errol Spence in the amateurs before. It's some little history there. Man, look, his next chapter continues. That's how I look at it. And I ain't saying I'm no damn matchmaker, but this would be a good fight. It's to be a good fight. It's to be a good scrap right here. Spence and
he gave
Castano,
Jamel a good fight.
Say it again.
He gave Jamel a good fight.
You know what I'm saying? So, and they styles are not, I ain't gonna say they're exactly the same, but they're very similar. You know what I mean? So I think this is a good fight for him moving forward, man. Like, and just for those reasons, both guys coming off losses and layoffs, double L's, man. Get back in there with each other, right? So, Spence ain't no stranger to no hard work and no good competition. So, layoff or not, you know how he coming. So, I think this would be a fight that'll make sense for him. You know what I'm saying? I wonder where they're going now with this. Killer Man he said before the Conor McGregor. Yeah, you talking about that billion. Reports say Canelo and DAZN couldn't reach an agreement, so nobody's paying them that much money for bad fights. Wow.
I spoke on that. Just I don't know if you've seen. They dropped like 4 freaking interviews yesterday with Devin, Ryan, and but Oscar actually had an interview, and the dude had asked him about Munguia, and Oscar said there was no chance.
Right, I heard that part with him shooting down the Munguia and Canelo. He was honest. I was like, I appreciated that. He was like, nah, if I had to tell you, no, it's not. He's like very, straightforward with that. No, I'm like, okay, that's all we be wanting as fight fans. Don't try to lead us astray, bro. We know y'all. If y'all not working on that fight, don't sit up here and act like y'all are. So, it's refreshing to hear. But where does this leave Canelo? Because that kind of segues me into the next thing we're going to talk about. I also got a clip in here from Tim Bradley because we speaking of Canelo, and it's just very fitting, perfect timing. He gave his thoughts on what he feels. PBC can't lose Canelo, and I'm gonna just play it. It's under a minute, so let me play this real quick.
Canelo again. I'm gonna tell you guys again. He's trying to maximize his money. He's trying to exit the game, still on top, and that's the reason why he won't fight against Benavidez. There's no point for him to fight against Benavidez in his eyes because he's felt that he's already done enough in the sport. 17 world championships. He feels that it won't even add to his legacy. So when you have a fighter like Canelo believing that, and you have fans like ourselves that says we want to see you fight against the belt, against the best, and you're holding down all these belts, it's in our eyes it's disrespectful. However, in his eyes, it's like I'm in control. I'm the cash cow. I can do what I want. All the sanctioning bodies are going to follow suit. And so, Canelo Alvarez could be seeing Canelo Alvarez in the near future, I'd say in May, against Berlanga.
Man, it's another one though. It's another clip too though, but I think he on point with him trying to maximize his money and want to go out on top. I do think I said this before, even before hearing him say it. I said I felt like part of him feels like he did enough where he picking his fight shouldn't be a problem for people. I swear, like that's the most honest assessment I have of his energy and behavior and the things that he say out his mouth. It really feels like, bro, look, I fought Mayweather at 23. I fought Lara. I fought Triple G. You know what I'm saying? I fought Danny Jacobs. Went up to 75. Like, I feel like he feel like, I put on enough to the point where, y'all shouldn't be asking me to do this. Like, you get what I'm saying? And I ain't doing it unless I really want to do it almost. He got that kind of energy, and it's crazy.
But the boxing world ain't keeping the same kind of energy, because it's not like this is just one fight where Canelo's like, all right, I'm about to do what I want. Like with the Riders and the Yildirims and all these fights, they butchered Floyd when Floyd picked Berto. And Berto was like a 3-time champion coming off a win against he coming off a win of Victor Ortiz. Or I think Victor Ortiz beat Berto and that Floyd fought. But anyway, that was Floyd's last official fight. And that was they was like, you just fighting Berto? How you gonna leave us just with Berto? And he like, man, this dude is a champion. And that was one fight. Because before that, it was Pacquiao and Cotto and Canelo. Like, he went on a streak. Canelo's been like, this dude, that dude, nobody really care about that dude. So, I mean, I get it. Like, you know, you could do what you want, but it's not the same, bro. Like you literally had that when Floyd did it, it was his last official 49-0 with Berto.
Get what I'm saying?
And then he walked away. And it was like, I get it, though. I mean, I ain't mad at it. He
was good with it.
But if you're going to be fighting for years, bro, I mean, I don't want to keep doing years of, you know, seeing that. I mean, it's cool if that's what his fans like.
And it's unfortunate because he got a lot of them. And a lot of them just want to see him fight. They're going to be loaded and enjoying it anyway. So they don't give a damn who he fighting. Just they want to see him win. Want to see him fight. Want to see him win. Say Benavidez and Canelo will make more money than Canelo and Mayweather. I don't know about that. You know, them Mayweather numbers hit a lot different. But we maybe could find out if that man decided to fight him. You get what I'm saying? I understand what you're saying about him not wanting to share his money, but again, he wants to be paid 50 million, 35, 50 to 50 million. You know what I mean? I heard that they could possibly give him that offer, but now fast forward to today, look how quick that changed. And they saying they couldn't come to an agreement. So got to have something to do with the opponent selection and what you trying to do. And you trying to get the most money for the least path of least resistance. That's leaving a bad taste in people's mouth. And there's one more clip from Tim Bradley talking about Canelo, being that we on it.
Al Haymon and PBC can't afford to lose Canelo. They can't. I'm pretty sure that's how they got that Amazon deal, was because of Canelo. I'm telling you right now, just be very cautious. Al Haymon gonna come out. He gonna come out from the back door, man. He gonna pick a something.
We might be talking a different story tomorrow.
Trust me, man. He gonna put it to use, and he's gonna find a way to pull Canelo back over at PBC.
Man, that's interesting. You're saying they can't afford to lose him, but shit, I mean, boxing gonna have to continue with it without him if he pretty much left. You know what I mean? Unless Al Haymon find a way to strike a deal with him, then that they saying Matchroom couldn't come to one. 12 threes in the building was good with it, bro. So I don't know. It's interesting, but I'm pretty sure it makes some sense to the fact that maybe that was a potential selling point in terms of lining up with Amazon Prime. I'm pretty sure. Why wouldn't you get the biggest names you got? But again, man, nothing is guaranteed in boxing, it seemed like, man. So
right. And I mean, bro, like, fans could talk all day, man. When you talking about $1 billion, if I'm investing in JusDueBoxing, and I know JusDueBoxing's my biggest thing that I like about JusDueBoxing is that he got Baby Dude. And that's the only reason why I'm working with JusDueBoxing. Best believe I'm finding out the business between you and Baby Dude.
Right.
I'm not just gonna, oh, you got him? Okay, yeah, you got him, so I'm sure we'll have him. Oh, he's leaving? What happened? I thought that you was gonna. Come on now, bro. That's what I mean. Like, these dudes, a lot of people don't even know who Al Haymon is, bro, first of all. Like, if they knew who I would, like, y'all think these other dudes, man, you talking about this dude been around since Jackson days, signing off on Drake checks. The biggest fights in boxing, bro. Like, you're not, I don't know. That's why when I hear these things, and it's like, oh, they're not going to survive without Canelo or Bud. If I'm not mistaken, they just got Canelo and got Bud. Canelo always been on one-offs with him. Bud, I don't think Bud ever really fought on Premier Boxing Champions, maybe early in his career. But all I know is he's always been with Top Rank, just collecting belts. So I don't know how much they need him, but as far as they need him, and that's why they got the deal, I'm sure Amazon team is smart enough to already know the deal he got with Canelo and already could see this as a possibility. You know what I'm saying?
Right. It's crazy how this is unfolding. It's getting tricky with Nello. Man, I gotta be honest, you can't say it looked the best either, man. Like you literally look like you stuck in between promotional companies and where your next home is because of opponent selection. It almost seemed like that. Like, what else could it be? Money, opponent selection, something ain't adding up where people ain't willing to just say, yeah, you know what? Here's this enormous bag. Go, take your pick. Like, that's what it seemed like. That's what he want, respectfully. Like, and I just can't say I agree with that mentality. And I see you, Magnificent. Yeah, man. If he feels that way, I feel like at the bare minimum, like, I ain't got to call for his retirement, but if you feel that way, definitely drop the belts. You get what I'm saying? Then at the least, you can say you're not stagnating the division and other people's opportunities. It's like a double negative with him. Not only is he not willing to give certain people opportunities that actually deserve to fight him, but then with him holding the belts, meanwhile, him taking his pick from the, pick of the litter, if you will, like he just taking his pick and meanwhile holding belts. So people not getting an opportunity to fight for him as well. So it's like they won't get an opportunity to fight you and they can't even get opportunities to become champions. They just got to keep fighting. You get what I'm saying? Well, I don't understand that. I think that's very selfish, and I get that he bring revenue, but at one point, do it stop? Because the only way he's able to bring this revenue in is people continue to support him. Salute to my guy, my bro Remo. What's good with it? Division in the building. Bole in the building. Was good, bro? It's frustrating.
But I'll tell you what, he want to hold on the belt. At the end of the day, it's his legacy. So the more he do this, and if Canelo fights for 3-4 more years, it's gonna get to a point where he has to see these guys. You know what you're gonna see on that resume? From this point on, Canelo held on to the belts, never fought David, never fought this guy, stayed here. He fought this. He painted his own legacy. So that's what you want to do. Then that's how it's always gonna be remembered. Some fighters, you see them like he started early. Now you see how he finished in his career. Fighters like Tank started slow early. We see how he finished his career. You know, so you let him. If that's what he want to do, bro, then that's just on him. That's
and
on
it's
him.
like we'll leave you be, but again, I'm not crazy about like having to see title fights for it to be a good fight. But just in terms of the sport of boxing, like it's very a selfish approach, bro. Not only do you want to be able to pick who you want to fight, you don't want to give these people opportunity to fight for them belts as well. That undisputed crown comes with some responsibility, to say the least. You get what I'm saying? To fight other guys that's in line, and I just don't see how, the hell with what we want. Won't you do what's right for boxing? Like, I if it's a such thing, you get what I'm saying? To put what we want on pause, and I think those things are close, one and the same. What we want and what's right for boxing is simple. Give the right people the opportunities. Larry Lopez in the building. Was good, bro. Yeah, he don't want to pass the torch, man. He don't. Zena, what's good with it, bro? How you feeling? It's just tough to continue to have to watch it happen that way. And I'm only speaking about the drop the belt. So let the other people have it, because that way it's not the same demand for you to have to fight the absolute best. Now you could go make a mockery of your career. You get what I'm trying to say? It's like think about how, and I respect the Canelo, and it's just my assessment of it. Think about how selfish you have to be as a fighter to be moving the way he's moving. If you just look at the grand scheme of things, if what we seeing is a product of him wanting to take the path of what we might see is the least resistance for the most money, and that's why this is going on, then you holding on to the belts, it's very selfish, bro. It's like, you get what I'm saying? You don't want to let those go while you do this to yourself. Like, do that, you know what I mean? And let the people that really deserve to fight for them titles fight for them. If you're not willing to defend them against people that's willing and able and deserving, like, what we doing? Like, that's just very selfish, bro. And you, at this point, man, you made a shit ton of money, bro. So I ain't saying don't continue to get your bag, but not at the detriment of a whole division while you hold it up being selfish. That's all I'm saying. And I like the dude, and he could fight his ass off. Any of these fights I want to see him in, he got a damn good chance at winning. Just want to see him in moving this way doesn't get us that. You know what I mean? Keeping those belts held hostage while you say I'm the king, I do whatever I want. You know, that's clearly saying the minute I hear you say that, it come across my ears. Like, I heard what you said, but it also come across my ears like, bro, I'm bigger than boxing. You know what I mean? I'll do what I want. Y'all gonna pay me anyway. Like, I don't like that approach.
And they are, and that's what he doing. He go here, see what fights they offer there. Or I don't want to take that. I'd rather, what the zone offering? 20 for who? Sparring partner? Okay, yeah, I'll take that. And you said the bigger than boxing thing, bro. And somebody who just put that in the comment section, Zenith. He said Canelo holding all the belts and the sanctioned body's not enforcing it, bro. You know the WBC is not enforcing this dude to fight. It's so funny, right? David Benavidez, I forgot who commentary I was watching. He was doing his last fight, and he's walking out with 4 WBC belts. And I was like, damn, he walking out with 4 of them, and he can't even fight Canelo for the other. I'm like, that's crazy.
Strapped up with hella intern belts. Man.
Yo, they love Canelo, bro. They love Canelo. Remember, they raised the limit for the drugs, so that's so he could fight.
Crazy.
They raised the limit for that. People forget about that. He popped, and they say, you know what? We're going to raise the limit just for you, my guy.
Right. And I feel you, Larry. It's crazy, right? Because I just read, like, the other day, I was talking about that. He said he seemed like he excited about going up to 75 and challenging, but they saying it's crazy because now you got a decision to make. Do you really want to stay there and try to wait for the winner of Beevil and better be if you're to win? Or do you really want to go back down to 68 like I heard? And speaking of Billy, that's what his Pops mentioned. He mentioned Morrell, but he mentioned Billy and how he looked in his last fight. Said that's a guy that they'll be looking to fight. You know what I'm saying? So he spoke about coming back down, which was crazy to me. And I'm like, that's going to be risky, man. That's a big kid, man. That's a big young man. Yo, he's not a small dude, yo. So I feel like once you go up, you'll stay up. It'll make more sense. But we're going to see how it shake out, man. I think that's dangerous. That why not fight exhibitions, get that Jake Paul check. And that's what I'm saying, Bole, he don't, yo. And that's what makes it even more selfish. Because he don't need the belts to get paid. He like he getting paid. I don't think so. I mean, his check gonna be, you know what I mean? He gonna get that bread. You know what I mean? LaMarcus, what's good, family? How you feeling? It's killing the importance of belts. That's what I'm saying. And that's why I say the belts matter to me as a fight fan when it's attached to a fighter that's moving correctly while he has them. Why you're champion. You get what I'm saying? Like you can't just be carefully selecting. Like that's politics 101. That is crazy, bro. Like you gonna use your status to like, eeny, meeny, mighty, mo. Like that's wild, bro. I hate to, beat a dead horse, but that shit is frustrating to continue to watch, man. And especially with the type of talent that he got. You selling the people short, bro. Like I still can't get that out of my mind. I'm the king. I do whatever I want. Like what? I was like, yo, damn, you smelling yourself, huh? Them damn silk pajamas got you just you acting crazy. You acting different, Nello. Nello don't got them belts and start acting diffy, man. You know what I'm saying? Benavidez lost that strap the second time. He said, there you go. He said, finders keepers. You know what I'm saying? I'm on it. I'm like, damn, bro. That's the only beef I got with Benavidez, like that second time losing it, because I'm like, we wouldn't be dealing with this possibly if you held on to that belt. I don't think he would have ever chased it. I don't. It's crazy. I just don't. Think about it. I would love to see that. You know what I mean? Him hold on to that belt still and see if he ever say, if I'm going to fight him, or will he be willing to drop belts or something? Damn, Benavidez. Your leverage, man. Your leverage. Undisputed does not automatically equal greatness, right? Yeah, that's what I did was behind the scenes. You can easily get a belt off a COO guy. That's true, yo. That's true. And we all know them belts are in place to get people paid for sure. Showtime, the guy in the building. What's good, family? How you feeling? And that's the part that I can't get over. We can't fight Benavidez 168 in my opinion. 175. Put on some weight. Yeah, I think Beevil gave him some a tough time up there. Secretly, like not even secretly on the low. That's why low key. That's why I feel like he a little like he just kind of. I take my time getting to him because I still don't want to put the scary jacket on him. The man been fighting since he was 15, right? Grown men and all that. But it's like if you look at a Benavidez, some people say he could be up as high as cruiserweight with his build with no problem, right? How he rehydrate and stuff like that. So if you just take that into account and you look at the last trip that Canelo took up to 175, it wasn't good to him. You know what I'm saying? Bivol put them hands on him. So if you look at the build of David Benavidez, he might be a bigger guy than Bivol. You know what I mean? Give or take, just as big and probably longer. You know what I mean? Longer reach, hit harder. You know what I mean? More umph on them punches. Like I don't think he want to deal with it. I guess so. I'm gonna keep saying until you show me otherwise. I hear people keep saying, look, he'll fight Benavidez. All right, well, do it, man. Don't say that shit no more, man. It's pissing me off. Y'all gonna keep saying, how many years y'all gonna keep saying that? Yeah, he'll fight him. He just gotta prove something. He went impressively, yo. That criteria that he laid out in terms of fighting other people and not waiting for me, tell me what Benavidez has been doing the last couple fights. Because he damn sure wasn't worried about you and getting those guys out of the way, one of which you fought and one of which you seem like you avoided for a couple divisions. So you get what I'm saying? He literally checked that box. So don't give me this shit. Like, at what point do he fight him? Don't just keep saying he gonna fight him when he get ready. Nah, the longer it go, the less likely it is to happen because he gonna get older. And Benavidez, you know, of course, his getting old ain't gonna be the same way Canelo getting old. You know what I'm saying? That shit just different. Aisha, peace and blessings. Queen, good to see you in the building. So it's just crazy, man. Like I don't know what's up with bro. Depends on the division. Mel's not a better fighter than Jamal. The difference is Mel was lucky enough to stay at 154. PBC had them. 160 wasn't, right? Belts, man. Prime all over Prime Mel. It's just like, man, that's just tough, man. Like, bro, I think that you just that responsibility, he didn't fully accept it when you pursued your undisputed title run. And to continue, and I can't stress this enough, to see a guy that is at a weight class, like, I get it, bro. You went up to 75 and tried it a couple times, but now you sitting at 68 where you look like you're the most comfortable. What's wrong with giving those dudes the opportunities, man? It's bringing guys up and fighting dudes that's not real 68-pounders. It's played. And again, I'm going to keep singing the same song until I see it different, or I'm going to just end up not even watching it. But it's tough because he one of the faces of the sport too. I mean, he garnered a lot of attention, man. I think the responsibility is on him to deliver fights that the people actually is worth their money. I don't want to see no 12-round sparring matches. Like, and I question that. Like, where is his power at this point? Like, you know what I mean? That might be something that make him, like, you know, some people feel like it just hurt Benavidez, man. I don't know, man. I don't know. Bigger than Charlo, you're a real 68-pounder. Like I say, he could be up at light heavyweight or higher. I don't know. I think that's just a big kid that he might not just want to deal with. I'm telling you, David, man, he been just impressing me. Like, the kid fought two people, in my opinion, back to back that were more skillful and beat him both. Gotta give him his credit. Gotta give him his credit. That's a great sanctioning body, but them running them, so it can matter the fighter. Yeah, look how they doing Benavidez for sure. Got my man running around like pound for pound, say with all them damn intern belts. It's crazy. PBC put up a Benavidez post talking about, are you scared of monsters? Ah, man, that's funny. That's funny. Man, David B, man, we know what his next move is. We know what his next move is. We know. 175, he said, fight date coming soon. I ain't against the fight, but I thought he would be staying up to try to fight Beaver or better be, but I just, because I don't see the point in going up for one fight just to come right back down. I was testing the waters, but I feel like you might as well get your business squared away at 68. Because that just look funny. It look weird. Like, I get it, you're not getting Canelo, but man, people still saying Morrell and Billy. It's people there, man. And for you to just bypass that and say, yeah, you know what, I'm gonna go fight Bostic. And I think he about 40. Close to it, shit. He said, hey, Patty, yeah, they funny, man. At what point are the belts and rankings, if you can't get your mandatory spot, yeah, Benavidez can't get his, Shakur can get his, Sandor now push back. Yeah, may not get it either. I say just chase the fights, not the belts. Bet on yourself, man. You know what I mean? Bet on yourself. All that undisputed, that stuff sound good, but not if you gotta, not at the detriment of your career. You get what I'm saying? I don't feel like nobody should have to chase belts to the detriment of their career. Where you sitting on a shelf and you know what I mean, fights and opportunities passing you by because it ain't the right one. Like that's what I hate about the belts. People just don't. They get them and they go diva, and then they try to milk it instead of just standing on business once they get them. Plenty of money in that fight. I'm telling you, I just don't see how. I think everybody get behind it. You know what I mean? I don't see how they not. That's not a fight that's being pushed. Talking about some damn 175. I'm like, man, a little slightly disappointed. You know what I mean? Like, damn, gave up on 68. But then, like I said, I read he's talking about coming back down. That just, what sense do that make? I don't. Just looking at it long term. Like, so you're not going, position yourself to go after one of them guys because that'd be an undisputed fight. The winner be what better be. And if you can take one fight and then put you in position for the winner of that, shit, why wouldn't you do it? You said, you're big enough to do it. I wonder, you know what I'm saying? What's the hold up? Why not do that? Title fights. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, only time I really care about them from this point on is when it's attached to somebody that's just moving the right way with them and not playing diva games. Branson was good with it, fan. You know what I mean? Not playing keep away once they get it, not milking it, not trying to pursue. Ahmed Aliev was one of them, I think, more recent, maybe one of the smaller guys doing that, moving like that. Want to keep taking these random fights instead of taking a unification and end up getting beat. I said it. I said it was going to happen. He got caught out there slipping. And Eddie, speaking of Eddie, I see you mentioned Eddie. He has something to say too about the PBC. And he gave his thoughts, and I ain't surprised. These promoters, like I don't never really hear people give PBC they just do. It's always something negative attached to it. 5 more years of nobody. 5 more years of nobody's is crazy, especially if you getting them paydays, them bags is wild. I ain't counting nobody's pockets, but I just can't overlook the fact that that's all they talk about, how much you get paid. And I'm just like, sheesh, bro. Like, you don't want to fight nobody that makes sense. Nobody. So you just gonna go through boxing, not fight nobody. And I didn't want to say nobody like that. You just gonna pick your way to the end of your career is wild. And expect people to finance that is bogus to me. Bogus as hell. But let me play this joint with Eddie Hearn, man. Eddie Hearn always running his jig.
When I've talked to Tszyu about Benavidez, like, the fact that people think he won't fight him, he actually laughs. This is a guy, he's fought everybody. He'll fight Benavidez and we'll do that deal to fight Benavidez. But he wants activity, he wants a plan. Benavidez ain't happening in May because the PBC don't want to work with anyone. And now they're fucked. Yeah? So you get to a situation where if I reached out to Benavidez, what the PBC do is they go, we're only making that fight on the PBC. We'll give Benavidez the opportunity. And this is what people don't understand. They're not willing to let their guys go on another platform to take a chance to achieve greatness. It all has to happen with them only.
It all has to happen with them only. I don't know, man. He could. Salute to the Queen Aisha and the Cash App. Always supporting the grind. Much love and appreciation to the.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well,
Right.
well. I already been getting these back, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Boy, they said lies. You hear he said they don't want to work with nobody, so they effed now. So they over. You know what I mean? Said they don't want to let no one Wilder just on the zone. You get what I'm saying, bro? How I say, man, they know how to start a narrative and start pushing it. You get what I'm saying? It's annoying, bro. I just don't know how everybody. I don't know I guess it's promotional stuff, man. I just would never understand that. So he sounded pretty firm. Maybe it could be, making some points, but shit, why not make it fight? You know what I mean? Have control of the fight. You know what I mean? Why would you want to get people to fight if you ain't got to? That deal caught down in the house. How you expect you can make it happen? Right? Edwin on ESPN. For sure. True. Everything Eddie says always around like Eddie getting the benefit of using PBC fighters, because when has Eddie sent anyone to PBC? Great point, bro. That's a great point. And that's why I feel like, the stuff he say, you could take it with a grain of salt. I get the point he trying to make, but I think I think that'd be the interest of most guys. Like, I ain't saying nobody wants to work with nobody, but, especially when it's a big fight, somebody want that, these dudes will want it on their platforms or want to be in control of things. Why not? Porter on ESPN, true. Fulton, right? Right. The examples keep going. I love the chat. they shot that down quick as hell. They start throwing them names out there quick as hell. Daddy Jacobs on his own. All right. Who was Charles Martin with? I don't even remember. Eddie's just talking, right? That promoter stuff, saying they act like at this point, it's just tough to accept that stuff as valid, because it just sounds like, at what point do y'all stop saying that? Y'all been saying that for like how many years it been now? Like every year is literally like, I haven't seen a year yet that go by where they don't say something like the PBC done. They don't have no money. It's like, how many times can y'all push that narrative? It's weird to me. Eddie has just been bumping them damn gums, man. Never got nothing positive to say about the PBC and what they got going on over there. It's just they can't make the fights. They don't have the money. They don't want to work with nobody. And like y'all said, look, you got several examples of them working with people. So I just don't get it, man. His ass probably still salty about Tank exposing them DMs. Tank leaked them DMs. He's still mad. Turned down more money guaranteed for Benavidez than Eddie has ever given him for anything. Right. Eddie just celebrated the fact that they plan to openly duck Morrell, which is bogus as hell. Bogus. Swerving the hell out of Morrell right now. Hey, man, you can't get PPC fighting none of his 168 crew. GM in the building with a do family. It's funny how Eddie was saying Benavidez has to come with them. Well, sign Canelo, they pay Canelo purse, and PBC pays Benavidez purse. Right. He said the fact that Tank even talked to him about a deal kills that narrative. Yeah, Tank leaked them DMs on his ass. He's still salty about that. Tank be doing them dirty the way he be responding. No. Firm and straight. Eddie has never sent his fighters to a non-matchroom card. For sure. Bet I got you pound for pound. I see you trying to pop in. I got you. And that's what I say, man. That's why I say it just be hater talk, man. That's true hate, waiting for the downfall. That's what I'm saying. That it just sound like that. I mean, is it competition? Is why I'm only thing I could guess why you would be hoping that, or sounding like you want that to happen almost, right? Like that's what it seemed like. You get what I'm saying? You're praying on their downfall, And again, you hear him saying, like, when people ask him about Benavidez, he's just like, J.A. Dixon in the building. What's good, Jay? People ask him about Benavidez and fighting him, he just laugh at the notion that people think he won't fight him. I mean, shit, people got a pretty damn good reason to feel like that at this point, especially the way he maneuvering around. Benavidez then had to take his talents to 75 playing with you. Sitting there in the wind playing, man. He like, man, this dude ain't gonna fight me, man. You know what I mean? So it's crazy.
It's been years, man. It's been years. Salute Messiah Shashi in the chat. It's been years. Even before before it was he didn't fight nobody, what he doing, y'all should fight each other. Then he fight Plant, then he beat Andre. Now he waiting and it's like, nah, I still ain't gonna fight you. So
So
I like what he doing though.
Fight card in his backyard. Man. Yeah, facts, Jay. Yeah, he's swerving and giving him the cold shoulder. As Canelo giving him the cold shoulder. So now it's even Morrell done moved on to Berlinga. Told Berlinga, man, I'll stop him. You know what I'm saying? I'll stop him. I guarantee you that. All things was good with the family. I wouldn't be mad at that fight too. I think that's a cool fight. Another good fight too with Berlinga is that fight that I seen him posting, Steve Nelson. I seen what Crawford said about his guy, Steve Nelson. I agree. That'd be a good scrap. Steve Nelson is very technical. He got power. He could box. You know what I'm saying? Got some hands, man. I think that'd be a good fight for Berlinga because I definitely don't think he getting Canelo next either. I don't see it. I don't see it. So
it's gonna be one of them. It's gonna be one of them.
I wonder because it's like, it's what's going on. It's like, damn, what's going on that quick? Like it went from, think about the circus sweepstakes. That's what I call it. This is sweepstakes circus right here. The Canelo sweepstakes circus. You still don't know this man fight. Freaker, what's good with it, bro? You still don't know this man fighting. It went from Charlo. You get what I'm saying? People was talking about Benavidez possibly getting a shot. Man,
it's 5 options now, Just. It's 5 options. First is Charlo. You got Bud. You got Benavidez. Now it's Haney. Then you got Berlinga. It's like, which one of the 5 is going to... Because other than that, who's he going to fight?
Right. I don't think they could scrape nobody up out of nowhere. It got to be one of them. Gotta be. He said anybody but David. I'm telling you, anybody but David. Man. Said I'm the king. I do whatever I want. I gotta find that clip. It was funny.
He got one belt. Wild, please don't disrespect myself. Please don't disrespect myself.
He did. Remember Dylan White was on the card and it was Eddie House. Yeah, it's crazy. Having fighters fight at the crib, he said, nah, we gonna save this bread, man. Fight at the crib. We get it. We won everything. Berlinga and Munguia, payday parade weekend. I'm telling you, bro. This Canelo, this sweepstakes circus, man. That's what it is. I'm telling you, it's the Canelo sweepstakes circus, bro.
He gonna end up, if it's true, if he leave Premier Boxing Champion, he gonna end up back on his own, and Eddie gonna pay him $50 million to fight whoever. Eddie love Canelo. He I feel like he need that man. You know,
he love him some damn love him some Canelo. That's why they all be having to bow down. Soon as it notice, like soon as the news come out that anything went wrong with PBC, like everybody's comments on Canelo just changed. Even Oscar De La Hoya, bro. Did you hear Oscar De La Hoya having to eat crow? Bro, he had the big Canelo up. I was like, no, you not, bro. Somebody turn his mic off right now. Don't ask his ass nothing else. You as man, you slighted Canelo for too long to try to go back on it now because he could potentially be working with you. I said, man, look at how business is. You damn snakes. Knew that man. He was dissing Canelo.
They gotta do it. They gotta do it, man.
So I was good with it. Canelo tucked his tail. It's starting to seem like it's putting him in a weird situation. Part twice in the building. What's good, my guy? An interview from Eddie on why he won't fight Bud. He said he's not interested in fighting Crawford. Crawford is 47-pounder. That's gonna move around, try to box in and out of. I mean, yeah, that style always like can give him the issues that he don't want. Like you've seen it in the past with numerous of his fights. Like He wanted, I think that's what he wanted too. He just wanted his way. He wanted to fight a certain style of fighter. He wanted to fight guys that's not at their absolute best. I mean, look, it's hard to ignore that stuff. And I didn't want to sound like somebody that's hating and none of that, but that's what it looked like to me. And again, I'd at least give him the benefit of the doubt and don't say he's scared. You know what I mean? But I just think he's spoiled in that regard. Like, and then when you look at it from his perspective, career-wise, he making business decisions more so. You know what I'm saying? So I think he feel like his legacy is cemented. That's why he talks the way he do. It sound like his legacy, he feel like that's cemented. And while I'm here, I should be to pick the fights. And at this point, it should just be entertainment. It's almost like he feel like we should be happy to just see him in the ring, no matter who it's against, because he proved enough already. I can't stress that enough. That's what it sound like when he talk. Or when he get translated. Sucks against counter punches. People showed that. Yeah, people put them things on him, man. Ain't for your Oscar no more, fan. You cancel that. I'm telling you. PBC was on. Oh my God, you wouldn't be hearing any critique. You probably 100% right, Rosa. Maybe you just going in. I just never understood the hate. I don't get it. I mean, and it's crazy because they continue to put on shows, and it's like you would be a fool to ignore it and say they're not doing it. They putting on shows, bro. You don't want to take that potential L. It almost seemed that way, bro. Seemed like he just don't like Tim Bradley said, man. Like I think he hit some good points in this clip. He did, man.
Canelo, again, I'm going to tell you guys again, he's trying to maximize his money. He's trying to exit the game, still on top, and that's the reason why he won't fight against Benavidez. There's no point for him to fight against Benavidez in his eyes because he's felt that he's already done enough in the sport. 17 world championships. He feels that it won't even add to his legacy. So when you have a fighter like Canelo believe in that, and you have fans like ourselves that says we want to see you fight against the belt, against the best, and you're holding down all these belts, it's in our eyes, it's disrespectful. However, in his eyes, it's like, I'm in control. I'm the cash cow. I can do what I want. All the sanctioned bodies are going to follow suit. And so, Canelo Alvarez we could be seeing Canelo Alvarez in the near future, I'd say in May, against Berlanga.
See, and he hit that usually, I mean, I know people usually disagree with Tim, but that point, those points right there, I think he was spot on. As a matter of fact, I don't think he could have been more right about the situation. And again, not to be redundant, but that's what it is. That's where I'm at with him. Like, about him, his money, he said his legacy cemented for all he cared. He like, man, look, I'm gonna fight who I want to fight. Pay me. You know what I'm saying?
Right. As long as his fans keep paying for it, they're gonna keep doing it because they're gonna be like, who don't want to see it? Shit, that's not what the stadium say. That's not what these pay-per-views say. You don't want to see it. But people still do. So it's like, yeah, man, that's my thing with it. Like, I get it, but bro, it's like, how long are you gonna do that? Like, you gotta give us something at least. Like, that's what I'm saying. Even with Floyd, like, he would give us them, whether if it was young, people say they too young, people say they too old, people this, people that. Whether win or lose, he was fighting everybody around there. You know what I mean? Even if, bro, I would rather see Canelo fight Andre right now. Somebody, bro. Like, at least somebody in that class, bro. Like, even though he lost to Benavidez, like, yeah, bro, like somebody.
Wow. Like these I don't know, these acts that he pulling, like, is wild. It's like the walls closing in. I don't know how else to look at it. Like, especially
if people run out of opponents.
Right. If they can't come to no deal because of that, like, don't that put you in a position as well? Because I'm pretty sure you probably thought that y'all would have been able to reach a deal and you was going to be able to run that same game, man. I thought they was going to be willing to pay for poop, as my bro Jay call it. So it seems like they pulled plug on that too. They like, bro, nah, you gotta fight somebody. That's what it's seeming like, man. It's like, bro, nah, we might be willing to pay you, but we ain't willing to just gamble the money away by letting you pick who you want and it don't do well. Tim had to say about Canelo because it stands above not fighting boots. Haha, same thing, right?
But you know what's the difference with that? Because it's not like Canelo's picking a fight a killer, like how when Floyd fought Canelo, he 40-0, defending his title. You know what I mean? The Bud fight Boots, everybody knows that dude. We pretty much got him. He really ain't beat none of the top dudes, but we pretty much got him running 47 already. With Canelo, it's like even the young dudes he's trying to fight is like, oh, these ain't even no killers. Like they nowhere near where Canelo was or where people praise Boots at right now. Like it's like young dudes that still is like, yo, they need 4 more fights. Like it's like, I don't know.
Right. His ass ain't. He ain't getting no 50 mil for no Berlinger. Hell nah. I don't think they doing that. Hell nah. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, Oscar shot that down anyway. So what does that leave? Like, I don't know. Because he usually a BS you, and that's what I found to be refreshing. I'm like, so Oscar ain't willing to give us the runaround and say, oh yeah, you know, we're working it out. We've been talking, and you know, both guys are Haney. He was like, nah. You know what I'm saying? Okay, Oscar. I said you keeping it real. Maybe you know we ain't on that. We ain't trying to hear that weird shit. We want to just be honest with it. Canelo was real. He want that rematch with B. Yeah, Mike Kirk on that side. We know he don't want that. Man, it was funny when Beaver was saying something about coming down to 68 and fighting for his titles at Undisputed. I'm like, yo, that's wild. Yo, that'd be savage as Beaver if you did that, bro. Being that, you know what I mean? He got all the titles. Could you jump down there and take them? Man, that'd be crazy. Terence Crawford style would be too much. His power transferring from 147 to 68. You gonna cause trouble. Yeah, it's just for me, it's just tough putting on that much weight and then, you know, performing at a high level with that weight with no acclimation in between. But I don't know. I mean, look, he is special fighter, so I won't count him out. You know what I mean? I think he's brave enough to actually do it. And I wonder with the situation happening and him being like a free agent, so to speak, is that going, you know, is it going to be any type of push on his end to make that his next, you know what I mean, target? Because what is now? You know what I'm saying? What is his next target? And the only reason I say that because at least what he said out of his mouth, he had 2 fights left. And then at first he was like Spence and he was like Canelo. And now, you know, if that contract is expired like they said, then that takes Spence off the table. And do that leave him to try to actually pursue a fight with Canelo? Because he was saying, like, you know, they asked him about what you think about, you know, Canelo kind of taking the fight off the table. And he like, man, you know, if the business is right, man, like it could happen. And that's the thing. Like, you know, I don't know how that'll work out. Where you at right now? I don't know who represent you at this point. Like, you get what I'm saying? So it's crazy. Like, how you gonna go about getting that fight is what I'm saying. One off maybe or something. D for the win, my guy. Much love, much appreciation. And that super chat said putting in the work on the daily. Keep speaking facts on them. Much love, bro. Appreciate you, family.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well,
Right.
well. I already been getting these bet, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Salute to my guy, man.
Remember, this is the second time because I don't know if you remember, Just, but Premier Boxing Champions had offered him Spence, David, and Charlo, and it was like 100 mil or 55 mil for the Spence fight or something. Right. And David was in there too, and he turned that one down. And that's when he first went and fought Bivol and Ryder and all them. That's when he went to the zone. Now he come back, get little Charlo, and then now they still trying to give him Benavidez, and it's like, you know what they say? They say PBC can't afford it. But when it go from you can't afford to fight to somebody outpricing themselves, what's the difference between those two?
So I say people don't be knowing which narrative they want to push, but man, that man in a situation, man, and he gonna have to deliver. That's what it's seeming like. It looked like he had the boxing world by the balls for a second, but if I see Sly say he heard he going to the zone. They saying they heard they can't strike a deal. They was unable to strike a deal, so he might still be in limbo. Coffee was good with it. You said the rude awakening will be Hearn offers him much less. His guarantee for B was 15 mil. Can't see him paying much more for Algieri or Belinga. No one thinks it has a chance. That's what I'm saying. You give him, and rightfully so, man. That maybe that'll make him say, you know what, I actually do got to make these fights. You know what I'm saying? And stop being lazy, Nello. Stop being lazy, man. Salute to my guy, Big Dog Willie, in the super chat, man. Much love and appreciate. He said Bill is never capped in his life. Facts. Devin is so good. He made the Rand, Leonard, Bruce Lee, Ali, Thanos, Hulk Hogan, and Drago retire. Facts. You know what I mean? He got Floyd up out of there. You heard what?
And we ain't never got to box again. Well. I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
He said it wasn't even close either. It's crazy to see how much hate. Who doesn't say anything? Yeah, Al Haymon, right? He like a ghost. I think that's what make people mad. I think he above all the pettiness and they can't get him out of his character. They can't get him to go left. They can't get the reaction that they be wanting. So it's like free shots because you know what I mean. He ain't about to respond to no damn body. That's why I be like, y'all weak for that. Y'all just mad because he continuing to be in the damn shadows getting it done. Like you heard what they was just saying, they feel like he gonna find a way. He gonna find a way to come and strike some type of deal. But you know, time will tell. Time will tell, man. He said, unless the zone has freed up some cash by sending people to Saudi. Yeah, the zone was out there, man. That Eddie was out there bleeding them bulls dry.
Who's their biggest star?
I thought that was gonna continue, but it seemed like if they ain't get it done with Canelo, some resistance being put up, something ain't working out. It's crazy how boxing news is. Like it can't just be straight. Like straight and just, you know what I mean? Got to be all this guessing and mystery all the time. We got guess what network people fighting on. Guess what fighter people actually gonna fight. I mean, too much damn guessing, bro. Let us know what's going on.
And then there's no repercussion for the lies neither, because that news about Jaime Munguia was literally just about yesterday or 2 days ago from some reporter, right? But now look, they break that story, and then they get Oscar sits down, who Jaime Munguia is his promoter, and they asked, "What's the chance we see that fight?" You know, we heard he said none, no chance. So what happens with that fake news that was just put out?
Yeah, no.
Where are you getting that from?
No, nothing. That's
Like,
why
it's
I love
crazy.
to throw a question mark in there, and I make sure, like, I state that I ain't saying nothing is confirmed, but this is what's out there, because I would hate to be the guy that was like, yeah, yo, this is happening 100%. No, I'm telling you, nah. And then it's like, 52 fake out. That's boxing for you. So Saudi might see those European fighters or a draw. AJ is Eddie's biggest star. For sure.
Yeah, I think they need Canelo. They need Canelo.
The zone.
Yeah, they need him. They only got AJ. I know Eddie was happy they threw his hat in the ringer when they did the Saudi fight. He had his own so he could show his face, but AJ his biggest one.
Some people seem to think the PBC about to be in shambles because of the Canelo move or the Canelo situation. I'm like, bro, I can't run with that, because it's like, look how far they came without him, and he just coming over. Like, I don't know. It's tough to sell that. Like, it was finding a way to be successful without this guy. He gave us one fight. You know what I'm saying?
Just it makes no sense. I mean, even on like beginner level business, you're gonna tell me if everything is dependent on this one dude You're not gonna have it in contract where he could just decide not to fight and now everything's over. Come on, bro. That's why I be like, these people. It's so funny, like hearing them say, "Oh, Al should have did this." He don't know what he doing. He should.
Yo,
He should.
man, bro.
It's hilarious.
Bro. Talking about people, bad businessmen, yo, the multimillionaires. Like, bro, what?
He's dumb because if he was smart, he would have did this. I don't know why he didn't do this.
I'm like, bro, if you was that good at that shit, they'd have you in them rooms, bro. You know what I'm saying? You talking like that from the sideline. That's why I say I don't think people be thinking like criticism. Everybody can have their opinion, but some opinions be very dumb. Calling people multimillionaires bad businessmen.
It's just surface level, bro. It's just like even just that whole notion. If one dude leaves, the whole business is going down. Like, how can you even repeat something like that? You really think that they just had in his contract where he's free to leave anytime, and then the whole PBC is just done with Spence and Charlo's and every tanks and everything's just like, how you even repeat something like that?
I guess you gotta have like this disdain for particular group, I guess, to carry it that way. You gotta, you know what I mean, really not give a damn about and we already know how PBC got more haters, I think, than any promotional company. I think that's out there. It's crazy. I don't think it's close either. I've never heard so many negative stories centered around, one banner. And then every other week it's a new narrative, or it's either the same old ones over and over, rinse, wash, and repeat them. So you may see the European fighters aren't worth it. Boxing maybe like soccer league. It was some itch for them to scratch. I'm telling you, P. Hunter, I just want to see how sustainable that was. That was one of my initial questions when it came to that whole situation, because people was acting like they making boxing great again, and they was the fix and the answer. And I'm like, I did my reading, and I seen the way dude was saying something along the lines of his health declining or something, being, having some type of health situation, and that made him want to kind of consider boxing, get into boxing, something to that effect. And I'm like, it's almost sounded like it was like your bucket list type thing. Like, hey, let me, we got the money. Let's play a little bit. And I just hope that ain't the case. So again, we're going to find out how sustainable it is. If they continue to put on shows, then cool. Especially if they're giving people fights that they want to see. But we'll see. They would have been in shambles. They would have given Canelo $50 million, didn't get a return on investment. You get what I'm saying? You talking about broke LaMarcus. Yeah, of course, doing stupid shit like that. And just think about it. That's the type of shit that can make you broke. So if you strapped for cash, you definitely damn sure ain't into making bad investments and taking gambles with what you do have. You get what I'm saying? Like, why would you do that? You know what I mean? To just jeopardize everything you got going on for one person, one damn fighter, to get him paid and not you. Like, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, that's exactly why he in the situation he in now, because that made sense. That's why it's not working. We're going to see, though. Anything is possible in boxing, but I think people, from what it sound like to me, it sound like people might be a little firm on not overpaying them, I guess, to an extent. You get what I'm saying? For something that's just truly not worth it. Like, it seemed like people not willing to take that gamble. And I said it this before. Bob Arum said it. He said, we not gamblers. We take chances, but we're not gamblers. We're not going to gamble. And I think he speaks for a lot of people. He was very honest with that approach. I'm like, you think about it. Yeah, man, these dudes know for sure, almost like that you could look at the scope of the landscape and see that, certain fights ain't in demand. And if you were to make them, you stand to lose money substantially because people just don't have a big enough interest in wanting to see certain matchups. It's going to be hard to sell us another Charlo fight under them circumstances, and him coming off, he came off as clean sweep, but even that is like, still ain't fought at 68 officially, man. You know what I mean? Still dealing with inactivity. One fight don't get you all the way back, so nobody would want that. That's a tough sell. Haymon McGee, like, that might not be worth the money. You know what I mean? It's a lot, so I just want to see where you go. I promise you they are. You got some people that still be mixing the Charlos up. I promise you. Still saying you fought the wrong one. The other one, I'll be like, yeah, we definitely need to see that twice. I'm telling you, they ain't gonna be able to tell the difference. Like, didn't he fight him already? Yeah, he fighting the same guy. I'm telling you. The thought of it being the same guy, people ain't gonna be beat. I'm telling you. Like, hell no. Nah. What bro just sent me? But yeah, man, nobody wants to see it, man. You got to move on. Move on, King Nello. Ryan, crazy. Funny as hell.
I think he letting that fight cook, man. Like, that's the only thing that I could say makes sense for Canelo. I'm like, he has to be letting it cook. Because for you to come out after your last fight and say that you feel like you could still go for like 3-4 more years and you feeling good, there's no way you're going to dance around these dudes. There's no, I mean, you went to 175, unless you go back to, like, what's the name said, if that's the case, that's just going to be his career. That's going to be his legacy. For the next 3-4 years, he's going to fight everybody except the dude, Benavidez. You know, you got Morrell coming up. And even like I said, even Andre that took a loss, or just dudes like, he's just going around fighting everybody else. And there's no way he's going to be able to do that for years, ducking and dodging these dudes. And if he do, then it's going to be the same media, as much stories as there is now, it's just going to multiply. And just going to keep going. That's going to be his legacy till he retire. So he got to be cooking that fight up. That's got to be what it is. He's got to be like building it. I hope so.
Right. I'm with you. That's wild. Whoever you will pick only had 6 weeks of camp. If that, I'm telling you, that said that because it's Jamal versus Plant is the only fight to make Slap Bowl. I think that's the fight that's fitting for him, respectfully. I think it make a lot more sense. Canelo, I think we're gonna know what to kind of expect in that situation, and it's gonna be tough. You know what I mean? You need to be in your A game against that dude. Anything less is gonna be a long night. It's a tough night. Dante Boxing talking and building. It's good, my guy. Cash cow or not, you get older like Bud and Canelo. If you hang around, you're gonna have to fight the young killers that have been building up. Yep. You stick around long enough. And again, you think about it. Canelo was like 33 now, Bud 36, talking about he got like 2 fights left. Chris Algieri seems to think he got 1, and we won't see Bud Crawford at all in 2025. So you just look at it, and then you look at Canelo, he's 3 years younger, but he's saying he got 4 or 5 left. So, man, just think about that. Is he 37, 38 when he retire? Like, shit, doing this, I'm pretty sure you could make it smooth sailing. Doing this type of stuff, but then again, who knows? You might have put yourself in a situation being I don't know, thinking you bigger than the sport. Who knows, man? I wish I had more of the answers and I had to speculate. I wish I knew exactly what was going on with that dude. I don't want to know how much you get paid, none of that. I just want to know who you fight. Caleb Slap Hands Plant versus Jamal Charlo, the fight that needs to be on Prime. I tell you what, that damn slap will sell the fight. I mean, you gotta preview that. They got to preview that if they fight each other. You got to put that in some type of promotion. You know what I mean? Sell that slap, yo. He actually slapped this dude. Yeah, this the one that slapped him. Yeah, we gotta see this fight. Sad enough, it happened now. Might as well sell it.
Facts.
Hey, it's a more winnable fight for Charlo, respectfully, but Caleb Plant is a damn good boxer in his own right.
And it makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Canelo don't care if he did win the fought G40. Right, yeah, man. I'm gonna get in there with triple she, as cuz will be calling G40. He got elected something. He's running for something. I seen some headline on Golovkin, and it wasn't boxing related. So I guess he quietly retired. I guess he just quietly. I guess you could count him out ever coming back in boxing.
He a president or something over there from his country, or mayor or some shit. I think he the president.
Seen something like that. I'm like, oh, okay, good naughty. So yeah, in other words, you just see. Last time I seen you was looking like you was about 180 or more, 190 or something. 200. Sit there selling the energy drink or something. I'm like, okay, quietly retired. Okay, bet. And my 10 versus Keith, Coleman, Road versus Pitbull being pay-per-view. People just be mad. They want to trash the PBC, but I don't think they're giving things a chance to roll out. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to be, great, I think, right away. It's going to take a while to get going. And once they do, they're going to be back to regular scheduled programming. You know what I mean? That's what I'm hopeful of. Just continue to put on them fights. Will said, just the problem with Canelo is people showed him who he really is. Canelo now is scared to take chances because he don't want to lose again. Yeah, that extra loss stung. Well, I said it after that loss, he was going to give us fights we didn't want. I said it. I said I knew he was going to do it after that. And he did it consecutively. I'm like, man, that's the part, like, that's crazy because we always say, such and such need to fight this one or that one, but we got to hold everybody to that standard, right? Especially if you run around fully strapped up. Joined the committee of Kazakhstan boxing related. That's basically a sign of him. I'm getting a retirement type of job. I swear, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and sit in this office. I'll be the face over here. I done had a long boxing career. I'm like a hero over here, so they're gonna allow me to kick my feet up. He gonna quietly retire like that. It's crazy. Tszyu versus Thurman is a good card. Yeah, man, I think it should be a good fight. People, again, I think the biggest resistance people are putting up because of what they think Keith Thurman is not at this point. Like I said before, he's the most disrespected one-loss fighter I've ever seen in boxing. And they can't bank on him doing nothing that's going to trouble, Tszyu for the most part. They feel like he's just going to end up getting stopped. I'm telling you, I don't know if Sean Porter is right about any of the stuff he was saying. If it's this power just all of a sudden be there for him at 54 and, his legs are there and he able to move defensively and get out of the way, lateral movement, different stuff like that, make Tszyu think, keep him off balance, then we got to fight. But without those things, it's going to be tough. Keep Thurman's next long way off if you buy the fight. Y'all just funding it. Damn. I don't know. Some people might feel like this might be his cash out fight right here, man. They feel like Tszyu might put it on him, man. And, he might say, yeah, I had a good one. We're going to see, though. Because he's been talking very confident. He's been talking very confident, so he's going to have to show it. I just hope it ain't a Tony Harrison type situation, respectfully. And I love Tony Harrison, but I'm just saying, I don't want to, see you go out like Willie Lump. You know what I'm saying? Don't go out like Willie Lump, Keith. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to see you go in there and get beat from pillar to post like that, bro. It's a matter of principle. The reason these guys don't fight at all because they overpaid fighting one time. Sometimes I think that'd be the case too. Keith fights Spence after this 4 years. Yeah, I think Spence just never want to fight that guy. Well-placed body shot, and Keith Thurman's in trouble. It's crazy because I wonder, will he finally be the one to put him down with the body shot? Like, he's done a good job at avoiding being put down and actually hurt. He been hurt, but he ain't been put down to the body, right? So you seen him spit out the mouthpiece a couple times. So let's see if Tszyu is the one to be able to finish the job. Raymond Ford versus Obatek. Firefight, man. Yeah, that's gonna be a good one. Salute to my guy Ray Ford, man. So Bud might get the winner. Thurman versus Tszyu. Yeah, that seemed like a possible fight, and a lot of people leaning towards Tszyu being able to pull it off. So, I don't think it's out the realm of possibility. Crushed the legend, my guy. What's good with it, bro? Rick Tim's in the building. What's good, family? Risking their life and posting boxing and issues to fight for chump chains and 6 times a year. Nah, for sure. I see just keep getting beat up and stop. He gonna have to revisit the fountain of youth on this one, Mike Kirkland, man. Like that, if he's to win, best believe that's gonna be one of the lines. Somebody gonna have to say that. That's gonna have to be the case on the night, because the guy that fought Mario Barrios, I don't know if that guy beats Tszyu. Get what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. And that's the last time I seen you in there. Now you're just going up a weight class. And again, it's not like Keith Thurman ain't fight above 47 before in his career. He has, but it's been years since he's done it. So I'm wondering how his body going to respond now after all this time. Would it be better for him? You know what I mean? Or what's the case? But his pop, he going to need some pop on them punches, man. He going to need to get the respect. Looks like I lead the body shots in the long reach, man. Yeah, he going to present some problems. ADT's if Tim does attack body. Thurman can steal some rounds early. For sure. Gertz, what it do? Family Rodzilla in the building was good, my guy. Like Tszyu. And he's proven, but people pretend like he's unbeatable. Keith still does a lot of things better than Tszyu. Major difference is the layoff. That's the part that's my biggest concern, ain't it, the layoff. And just coming up the weight. And I ain't saying he's going to be in unfamiliar territory, right? Like he's fought above 47 before. But I just wonder if, would that be suit him better that he ain't got to lose as much weight and shrink, go down to 47, right? Would that be better for him? He could be a young, you know what I mean? What is Keith, 34, 35? It could be a young, preserved, you know what I mean? 34, 35-year-old, should I say, right? He took a ton of punishment. Like, his biggest battles is inactivity for sure. You know what I mean? For real. So, I just want to see what's left of him. And I hope he really motivated. I hope he really come to win. Hope this ain't one of them situations where you're looking at an older guy just getting beat up by a young guy. I hate to see that for Keith, man. You got to come in there and still show that you can be some version of one time. And before it's the underdog for all the bad folks, yeah. Well, that's interesting. Keith gonna have to give a Lubin type performance to win. Yeah, I'm telling you, he is, bro, and it's gonna be tough. I've done it before, but sometimes I be in my head with a piece. But if somebody bring it up early enough, I do it. Like sometimes we be doing it, the chat be doing it. Like we be saying who got what round. So I mean, so that's something we could do with that fight. You know what I'm saying? If y'all feel like it's going to be one of them where you need this, really sit there and score round by round. But you don't see. Again, if Keith Thurman is physically where he needs to be, along with his focus, then you got a good fight. But anything less than that, if you look old, if you look like a dude that can't move around, that don't got that spring in his step, that can't move, man, it's going to be very hard for you to sustain keeping him off you. You know what Tszyu want to do. Cut the ring, make the ring small, pose as well, and punch on you. But, I mean, a lot of people are just guaranteeing Tszyu a knockout. I mean, I know Mendoza do got a hell of a chin, but I feel like Keith Thurman is a better boxer than him. So, again, I'm putting a lot of onus on the feet and the movement. That's very important because, and then as well, even if you do, have your legs intact and up under you for how long? Like, it's how much is this layoff going to affect you? You know what I'm saying? That's the real questions for me with Keith Thurman. It's gonna be tough. Inactivity will do him, man. I'm telling you, that's the biggest hurdle right there. I think Thrill, out of everything, realistically, I think that's his biggest challenge, the inactivity, and how you going to perform dealing with it. Canelo, my guy, he said the return of one time. One time going to do it. Tell him 12, man. One time about to revisit that fountain of youth. Ruben Vila, I heard the name. Smaller guy, ain't he, fake?
No, I think Keith is actually bigger. I think I was looking with Ant, and they were saying that he probably like an inch taller than Tszyu. I was like, what? So yeah, they probably the same height, even with the reach. I don't know, man. My heart is saying Keith. I'm rolling with Keith, but I think he got to keep the fight in the center of the ring. He can't be on that back foot trying to be like an Andrade and Benavidez type fight. He got to keep him in the middle and just turn his ass and hit him with them angles.
Right.
Not all that damn running.
Especially you want, because I would suspect at his age, even if he does have his legs up under him, due to the inactivity, you want to kind of preserve your legs and you don't want to burn. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to burn yourself out by just being a guy that's constantly moving. I don't want to see that, because I don't think you're going to be able to sustain it. Boxing Dad in the building. What's good, family? Yeah, also, the people misremember how some of these last few fights went. Tszyu definitely had some momentum inside, but the best name he stopped was Tony Harrison. True indeed. That's why I'm saying I hope Keith don't look like a version of himself, lesser of himself, the way Harrison did. Like, we clearly felt like, for the people that was giving him a shot, they was like, yo, if he got a shot, it's gonna be his feet too, because it can get you out of trouble and put you in position, man. So. Some people felt like he was going to be able to utilize that ring on Tszyu, but he ain't had the legs. He was sitting on the ropes. I called languishing on the ropes. It was all bad from there. So Keith Thurman got to do the same thing, because I just don't know at this point what the punch resistance is going to be like. You get what I'm saying? It's going to be a very tough fight for him. That young, fresh, hungry dude is coming to try to punch his block off. You know what I mean? He's going to try to punch his damn lining back another inch or two, man. Keith got to move the whole fight. I think got to be intelligent ring generalship. Like, I think you got to find a way to conserve your legs. I think that's the smart thing, the smart bet. You want to be able to have your movement, especially, of course, this fight go past midway. You want to be able to have that movement, bro, because it's gonna be a hell of a fight, a tough fight. Like he said, a lot of wishful hoping. Yeah, go Gertz. We got faith, bro. We got faith.
And the thing too that's kind of relatable, but that's different about the Andre, because Andre was older, coming up against a young dude knocking people out like Benavidez. Same kind of situation with this. Keith Thurman's a boxer, a little older, coming up against this young dude. But the only difference is we didn't really know Andre like that because of who he fought. With Thurman, we seen him get pressure. We even seen him get knocked down and still come out and fight them dudes like Guerrero and Pacquiao. So he got that like experience is what I'm saying. Not like an Android who was like, okay, yeah, he could box and move, but who he do this against? Then he get in there with Benavidez and it ended the way it ended. With Thurman, he's been battle tested, even hit to the body and all of that against top dudes. Sean Porter, all these dudes he's been fighting are now against a young dude. So that's gonna play that experience.
All right. Tony didn't have, that's what I'm hoping, Zenith, that his power is available. Great points, pound for pound. That's all I'm just hoping, that his power is with him, because he's gonna need it. He needs to be able to earn that man's respect. Respect is a must in this fight for that young bulldozer. And he got to be on point, because Tszyu got some sneaky hand speed, I think. I keep saying that. I think he got sneaky hand speed, man. And I don't think you could just, you know what I mean? And that confidence is growing. And like Tina said, that momentum, I think the momentum is real. But a good point with the best name he stopped is Tony Harrison. That is. And, it was that version of Tony Harrison at that. So there's no slight, knock on either guy. But we know Tony Harrison has seen better days in the ring, is what we're saying. So even his brother said it, it gets extremely difficult to keep, jumping up off the couch for these opportunities. Like, you got to stay in it. And he was at that point in his career where it was like stops and goes, like not staying in shape around the clock. Like he was, living that life of an active fighter, slacking a little bit. That definitely going to speed up your, accelerate that retirement process. Salute to my brother Mike Kirk back in the super chat. Said, win or lose, I respect Thurman's career, even if he dug the young Spence. He has been entertaining when talking. Yeah, and he has been entertaining his fights. Keith Thurman hasn't been in any boring fights, I would say, in his career.
And we ain't never got to box again. Well. I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Salute to my brother Mike Kirk. In addition to the pound for pound, Keith ain't gonna rehydrate super high, right? And he said it in that clip. He don't get too heavy when he was rehydrating, fighting at 47. So That's a good point. So he still should have his wherewithal and be able to move, you know what I mean? As long as he's in great condition. I just want to see him be in the best shape possible because I feel like that's going to give him the best chance. Wouldn't mind seeing Tszyu versus Castano. I think it would be a firefight. What you think about EJ versus Castano, Jay? I think that'd be a good fight. Reason I said that because, you know, hearing that news about a contract expiring, I think EJ and Castano would be a good scrap, man. A fun one.
Yeah, that's a fun fight.
He retired. I wonder. Tony said he was coming back at 60, but he's MIA. Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. I mean, I don't know. Don't do that. It's never not Sean Porter's. Not showing power, yeah, so I don't understand why people be saying that. Yeah, I think because you know what? I think exactly why. And any questions that I have, right? Like, it's not that I don't think he has power for me, right? I just feel like, you know, that one time thing, like he needs that to be able to gain the respect. And most people felt like, you know, Tank obviously stopped Barrios, so Keith Thurman should have been, you know how people try to, you know, triangle theory, everything. So they felt like he was supposed to stop him as well. And the fact that he didn't, you know, is some type of sign that he ain't got punching power. But I'm like, that's bullshit. Because if you look at Mario Barrios' face, he rearranged that man's nose, had it looking like Squidward house. Like, you know what I mean? You can't tell me he wasn't beating that man's face up. And that wasn't feeling good to him at all. I know it wasn't.
And just to add on that, to pick.
Give it right, Jay. It's a good build up.
Piggy bank on what you just said, just not to put on my tin hat or nothing, but I remember the day of that fight. I don't know who was following it, but Keith Thurman actually went live on YouTube, and he was in a hotel, and he went to the bottom of the hotel and tried to place a bet on himself. This is all on live. Right. And he tried to place a bet on a knockout, and they told him that he couldn't place a bet on a knockout, and then they cut the camera. So you could take that for what it is.
Right.
But I remember watching that, like, with my eyes, like, damn, because I remember thinking, like, I didn't even know you could bet on yourself. Like, that's crazy. And they was telling, he was like, you can't bet on a knockout? He was like, no, you can't bet on a knockout. And then they cut the live stream. I was like, damn. So not to get conspiracy theory, but that could be a reason he want to, you know, turn it up all the way on my dude.
Right. Turn Barrios into an avatar. I promise you he did with that nose. Salute to Barrios. He is damn dog, man. Azteca warrior for sure, because he took a lot of shots from Keith Thurman. He was getting punched on. I had him looking like Squidward nose. For sure. You know, Barrios, he should have had slaughtered Barrios. Now I'm telling you, that's what people say. He should have stopped him. So I'm like, I don't know, but he beat him pretty convincingly to me. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't a debatable. I didn't think he looked bad. You know what I mean? I just think people was expecting knockout. But the way I see him rearrange his face, nah. I think he did damn good. Also, Barrios wouldn't agree. The 8-ounce gloves in that fight. Yeah, the 10-ounce. I remember that too. The 10-ounce gloves. I remember that.
Right. Yep.
Spence said no tune-ups. Yeah, so I think Castano, y'all don't think Castano will be a tune-up, right? I think that'd be a good scrap for him. Same done in Vegas against Barrios. Barrios, man, damn tough fighter, bro. Tough fighter. So yeah, but Keith, that's all Keith need to do is just be, you know, make sure his power is with him. You know what I mean, and trying, you know, go up them couple pounds with him. 10 ounces as well, right? Think so, because they had pretty much at junior middleweight, right? You know what I mean? So what is it, 155 or what is they 5 or something like that? Catch weight, ain't it?
Yeah. Well, 155. I know for sure his belt ain't on the line because they got the catch weight.
No belt on the line. Put him in there with boots. Who? Oh, you talking about Spence? I mean, we're at 54 though, because I don't see him at 50. You know, he even changed his bio to 54. So, I mean, I'm not against that fight ever, but just only if it's at 47. I'm like, hell no. He couldn't stop Barrios. He's styles fighting, right? Kelly said Castano's been in our ice since Charlo, made him melt like hot butter. And you get what I'm saying? They both coming off knockout losses. and been inactive. You know what I mean? Coming off layoffs, and knockout losses, not just losses, knockout losses at that. So I just thought it, and the fact that they had that history in the amateurs with Castano one, it'd be a good scrap for Errol Spence. Those would travel to the lands at 54 for that fight. Nah, I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt it. But you know what? I'm trying to think. Should I even say this?
Say it.
He just know he got offered a fight at 54. Yeah, he got offered a fight at 54, from what I hear from a solid source. You know what I mean? You see he ain't there, so but I didn't look at it no type of way, because I looked at it as I've never heard him say that he had any intent, any plans on going up there right now. Like, I heard him always be consistent that he want to take over 47, grab up the belts and all that. So, some people, they hear that, they jump all over and they like, oh, you know what? Hey, he ducking. Nah, he's not ducking, bro. And you can't duck somebody in a weight class where it's just like you got an option to accept the opportunity or not. But if I'd have ever heard him sounding like he was talking about going up there and that happened, maybe I'll look at it different. But I've never heard him say, you know what, I'm going up there anytime soon. So,
Right.
It is.
Yeah, they've been consistent, him and his father, getting all the belts at 47.
Boots the best fighter of this generation. If he get the opportunities, Casanova, he damn sure could prove it. Damn sure could prove it. You know what I mean? Athletically, I think he's one of the most gifted fighters of this generation for sure. But he's still gonna have to, he need the right dance partners to be able to really prove what he is, because you guys people still silly enough to keep saying hype, and a lost man that run with it. Told you. It's crazy. Even at 30 plus fights of winning it, you lose one at, I told you this, and now it's crazy how boxing is. Follows the track star now. Casanova, so I think Morel has something to say about that. Right. I don't know if Tim would stop Barrios, especially with bigger gloves. Tim would stop Mendoza or Garcia. He didn't. Everyone not gonna get stopped right, and he ain't come close to stopping Garcia. He beat him handily. You know what I mean? After getting knocked down, climbed up off the deck and continued to win every round after that, but he never came close to stopping him. He hit Mendoza with the kitchen sink. Mendoza stayed upright for sure.
Right, and that was another point to what's the name? I forgot who said it in the chat. Why people keep questioning Keith's power, because even Leonard, for some reason, he's riding hard for Keith, and he even said, what make y'all think he punched harder than Keith? Just like how Tszyu, he ain't stop everybody, And Thurman was known for getting dudes out of there. So it might look like Tszyu is really bigger and stronger, but like I say, even somebody Google it, but I'm pretty sure they're the same height. Keith Thurman, they probably got the same amount of knockouts, if not close to it. So who really hit harder?
Great point. I just think people banking on Tim. I mean, Keith just not being physically enough. Like, even it's funny, Tim Tszyu spoke on that. He said he don't think he gonna have the durability, something like that, to last physically with him or something. I'm like, okay, so you trying to break Keith in there, okay? Versus Stevenson versus Navarrete. For me, I definitely got Stevenson. Too smart, too sharp, too evasive. I think he'll have Navarrete swinging out a lot of air. Gert said, check out this guy. I'm gonna try to check that out. What's that, a fighter, Gert? So I'm gonna go check out my Andy Cruz developing nice with Bozy. Yeah, man, he's a hell of a talent, bro. Dude, a smooth operator in there. He can do a lot. Only thing you can knock is, you don't see no crazy power. Now you really can't knock guys for just not being punchers, but he definitely doing his thing. I like Andy Cruz. I just felt like after that last fight, though, I felt like, how, everybody's like, he'll just do this and that to Keyshawn. I'm like, I think if he was in there with that same dude, he would have stopped him. And that's the difference, like that pro style and having the punches, being able to put the punches together to stop a guy, not just, a lot of rapid fire, but a guy still there, really, put some hurt. And that's the only thing I think that's missing from the game, putting that hurt on this guy. But he'd box your ass off. He'd box his ass off and box your ears off. So I like it. I mean, I like Andy Cruz. I like him. Last time Thurman stops him, man. It's been a long time. Long time coming. Thurman too old now. Yeah, I mean, the inactivity definitely work against him for sure. Again, he could be is he a preserved 34, 35, I think, year old? Is he preserved in, you know what I mean, with the time off, or is it just gonna be too little too late?
Not saying they're the same, but Crawford was damn sure preserved.
For sure.
The way he was looking in that last fight, he older than Keith.
Mm-hmm. Great point.
And they're the same, but I mean,
great point. Mm-hmm. I get Tim the edge in power since Tim at a higher weight. The difference is he's more imposing. Keith Styles more of a boxer, puncher, right? And he has a good ability to mix up the two, where I think he could create issues for Tim Tszyu and make this fight interesting, where it ain't just no walk away for Tim Tszyu, because Keith Thurman is a very smart fighter. And again, as long as he don't look like some washed up version of himself, I think it's going to be a better fight than people think. And win, lose, or draw, whoever win, lose, or draw, I just hope at the end of the fight, people feel like, you know what, that damn fight, that card was better than we thought it was going to be, more entertaining. That fight got a possibility of really delivering and being fun to watch. Just the matchup alone, Tim Tszyu and Keith Thurman, you're like, oh, that's a good matchup, bro. See to Keith Thurman go in there and see what he could do with a younger, hungry dude. If Keith stops Tim, he's bam. I'm telling y'all, Keith stops Tim, that'd be wild, bro. He one time, man, he'd go berserk. You won't be able to tell him nothing. I can hear him now in the interviews going nuts.
I told you, boy, Tszyu, what you gonna do? If we gonna
right. I'm telling you, Keith stops Tim. Thurman versus Crawford is going to be huge. Yeah, Casanova. Now that'd be wild. That'd be wild. And man, that'd be a fight to make for sure. Especially under them conditions. And you scrape Thurman, you scalp Thurman on the way out. Say if you fight him and scalp him, hey, you might have you a fight. The fight you're looking for, Keith.
The only question is where would it take place at? I think that Tszyu and Crawford, the reason why that makes a lot of sense is because of the base that he has out there in Australia.
Mm-hmm.
You know, them people, they come out and see him. So is Thurman and Crawford as big here stateside? Because that's where it would take place more than likely. Is that as big here as Crawford and Tszyu is in Australia?
Right. That's a good point. So I think that card gonna have some really good fights. Me too. I think they mixed it up well. I just think people have a real pessimistic way of looking at boxing. They pessimists, man. They just like, it's not gonna, these that have the glass is half empty type people. They don't see no way that Keith could possibly put up a less than good fight. You know what I mean? They feel like he don't have no chance of putting up, anything more than a subpar fight, or just going in there and constantly possibly just getting stopped, going some rounds and getting stopped, man. I don't know. I ain't never see Keith lay down, so he might really, really go in there and try to win, and that's all I want to see.
I agree. That's why I said in the chat, man. I think it's going to determine his quality of life during the layoff, because a lot of the times with these guys, when they're inactive, it's not just the fact that they haven't been in the ring, but we also see that a lot of these guys, they experience some turbulence in their life. Like Jamal Charlo right now, he's been out of the ring, he's been inactive for the past damn near 3 years outside of that one fight with Jose Benavidez, but he also had a lot of stuff going on as well outside of the ring. Same thing with EJ. It was like he was inactive for quite a bit, but then it's like, accident, detached retina, cataract surgery, all that stuff, So I'm curious to see how Keith has been able to sustain himself during this time of inactivity. Because if he's kept himself in shape, I think that, it may make for a good fight. And the only thing that we may have to be concerned about is the rust, like the timing and stuff like that. But even still,
Right.
Mo City was on here talking about how he's going to be as ready as he possibly could be because he's been training this entire time. Now,
good point.
Now, what that infers, we don't know. We'll have to find out on the 30th.
They say Ortiz about 76 now. Saying Jogger Duck Ortiz, right? Yeah, he fighting somebody totally different, ain't he? Keith Wynn's gonna turn boxing upside. I'm telling you, Zenith, like I'm rooting for Keith. I like Tszyu, but I gotta root for Keith. Gotta root for the underdog, man.
That's what I'm talking about.
GP in the building. I gotta root for the underdog. Gotta root for my guy, man. Keith ain't never gave me a reason not to like him. Like he said, you think he wanted to be inactive? Like Mo City personally talked to him and had that real conversation with him. Had a real conversation, and he gave some real insight. And he also let you know that he had a contract for a certain fighter too. Man.
Salute Aunt McQueen.
Porter's comments too about shout out to my guy pound for pound, my esteemed colleague. Yeah, man, I heard you talk about the Sean Porter thing. Do you think that going up to 54 can help Keith? Because we don't know how the weight cut has been affecting him. Because remember, in the amateurs, he fought at like 152, if I'm not mistaken.
Right.
So it remains to be seen whether or not he feels refreshed and rejuvenated at 154. And also in that interview that he did with Ness on the Boxing Voice, he was talking about how even when he fights at 147, he don't rehydrate past 58. Same thing going. Yeah, so he could possibly feel stronger.
Yeah, it's possible, yeah. Just can't rule it out. It's possible.
Great point. And that's like what you was talking about yesterday too, Ant. You was like, it's a difference between somebody who's moving up and somebody who's cutting less. And I think seeing Keith's body when he weigh in at 147, he even look a little slim. So now this could even make him feel even better because now it's not really like he's moving up, but he's actually cutting less off himself.
Right.
So be more comfortable.
Yeah, he did hold Spence up. He did keep it real, though. Say he should have just fought him. I did give him some credit for keeping it. But yeah, he got some good interviews on the Boxing Voice. Tim Layton, JBT in the building. It was good, family.
No doubt, no doubt. Pugilists, I agree to an extent because here's the thing. You're going to perform how you practice. That's why when you see these guys put forth these masterful performances, it's not just because it's game time. It's because they've got so many reps underneath their belt to the point where they can't get it wrong. You know what I mean? I think if a lot more of these fighters took practice or took training more seriously, because it seems like nowadays sparring is, guys just trying to knock each other out and talk about it on social media as opposed to going in there and actually drilling and working on things.
Right.
That's why you get a unified champion and you can't cut the damn off. It's like what happened. And then the other thing is this too, is just staying in shape, staying sharp. I mean, a jab with 10 people surrounding the ring, like in a sparring session, you defend it the same way you defend it in front of 10,000, 20,000 people.
Right.
There's no difference. I guess psychologically there could be a difference, performance anxiety and things of that sort, but outside of that, it's still the same thing.
Right. Chad Anderson back. Okay. April 13th. That's good.
Back active.
Him and FA Job. Well, not him. They both got separate fights. FA Job for fighting Anderson. Okay.
What I liked about Jared Anderson is that what he kind of reminded me of was the old days, and he did it for a different reason. Well, it was probably the same reason. He said, "I'm trying to get that bag." So I don't know if y'all remember last year, he took like 3-4 fights, and it was pretty much it's like he had a fight, and the next thing you know, they was announcing the next fight like next week.
Right.
And I think like, "Yo, why you fighting so much?" He was like, "Man, I'm trying to get money." But I like that for him because I'm like, it give him that experience. Like them older fighters, they'll put you back to back to back, like how Floyd doing with Carmel right now. Every card enough, Carmel is on there to get that experience, get that build. I feel like that's good for Jared Anderson, especially if he's gonna be the next generation of, that them heavyweights.
I like Jerry, man. Some people got mixed opinions on him, but listen, I like the talent in the ring. As long as he take his career seriously each and every time he get in there, can't be mad at him for sounding like he kind of know what he want out of this game. That's what it seemed like. I mean, he here for a good time, not a long time. See you 12 top rank and these shitty cards. I don't be mad at the prospect. I mean, well, not prospect, but with Jared Anderson. I mean, I know they complain about the opponent again. See Irvin the Wiz was good, bro. That's all they do, but I don't be mad at him. But peace, Will, appreciate you, bro. You want to see Jared and Frank Sanchez? Damn good fight.
Might be too soon for my man Jared. Cause Frank, that's the gorilla. He was the one beating Wilder.
Who the hell was Jared just going back and forth with a little bit or said something about fighting? It was a heavyweight. Somebody. Oh, I think it was was it Hergovich? I think.
Or Zhang. Oh, I forget.
I thought it was Hergovich. I could be wrong, but I thought it was. Frank Sanchez pretty good fighter. I like him.
Yeah, he a good fighter. He got good boxing skills. I think it was Hergovich. It was some white dude, right? Some sweet dude. Yeah, I remember. Yeah,
I ain't against it.
Nah, I like seeing all them fights, man.
Me too, man. All I want to see Jared Anderson do though is just keep his damn hands up and block some punches and parry and stuff like that. That pulling straight back and leaning straight back. I just want to see him just tighten that up and not be so reliant on his athleticism.
Right.
Get a little bit craftsmanship about himself because he's got the talent, man, the athleticism and all that stuff. He moves well. It's just I think he makes it a little bit more difficult for himself sometimes.
Right.
Yeah, that was my only thing with Jared was the defense. I'm like, if they could just tighten up on his D just a little bit, like everything else is pretty good. Like power's there, he got the dog, but it's like just the defense a little bit. And it really I really thought it was over when he fought Prince. I was like, yep, they caught him sleep. Like they caught him sleep, but he was able to make it up out of there and still fight back. Definitely after that one, I was like, if they don't make no adjustments to his defense, I don't know what his team is doing. Because you can look at it. If you watching tape and you could see everything looks good, but you're getting hit too much. And you can't do that heavyweight, especially not heavyweight.
Sanchez has a good fight coming up. Oh yeah, it was Hergovich, right.
1000% pound for pound. I was getting a little scared, man. My heart was beating fast in that damn Charles Martin fight with that left.
Oh yeah. I don't know why I wasn't nervous for him. I felt like he was gonna figure it out. I don't know. Maybe that was just me feeling like that because I rock with him. I was like, yeah, they still them little ooh and ah moments for sure. But I was like, as long as he don't go down, I think he okay. But he definitely got to fix that.
Yeah.
In his last fight, he did it less. He used his guard a little bit more, but that's it though. That's it with him. I think with him is just to work on the basics, just work on simple things and just the mundane things. And when all of that fails and they get past your fundamentals, then you use your athleticism. But just don't rely on it to that extent.
Yeah, he did call him lunch food. We was talking about that. Now I remember. Right. Jared and Malcolm.
They just need to keep him active. They keep Jared Anderson active. That's all he needs. Keep building experience, keep getting checks. That's what you want. You want to keep fighting. You want these checks. Just keep him active. It's only going to get better for him.
Right. They keep complaining about his opponents, but just let the man work. He ain't got a ton of fights like that, man. Let him work. Let him build. Let him get his seasoning. And, what I mean? Throw him in there. I think as long as he continue to improve and he sharpen up defensively and, pay attention to detail on that end. You get what I'm saying? Treat defense like I always say as a priority, not an option. I mean, you want to make sure that that's intact just as well as your offense. You respect Charles. Yeah, Prince Charles now. Yeah. Like the grin off Anderson face. Yeah, he called him with some solemn ones, made him like, ho, 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 what's going on? Upset, bro. What's happening right now, man? Bro got the piece of his ass up. Niggas on him. His mental is his biggest thing. Yeah, for sure. And not allowing, I think, the pressure to get to him. And the reason I say that because of the conversation with Roy Jones, like I always know that's probably something that he deal with each and every time he get in the ring. Pressure, and, what I mean, just wanting to do well, and people depending on him, all that type of stuff. As long as he could compartmentalize and keep that stuff in check, stay motivated and disciplined, keep working. And I don't see no reason why he can't be in the mix and being a heavyweight champion. Some people feel like he ain't gonna reach, that level, but I think he can.
I think he can for sure. Especially like you said, he compartmentalized that stuff, and that's the thing about like the lighter division is that you got a lot of these dudes around the same age. They keep calling Jared Anderson the next American heavyweight because he's what 24, 25. At this point in time, we would already had a lineup of heavyweights we thought was nice. He's really the youngest one, so who's he coming up against? So he could take. It's not like a Devin or like a lot of these dudes around him. So it's like, damn, who's the one? He really the only young coming up there heavyweight. He gonna have his own era.
Right.
Maybe Richard Torres. That's the only other one I could think of. All the rest of them guys, they like in their mid-30s, late 30s, early 40s.
Right. I like.
Yeah, you're right.
The curly haired dude, right? The model, curly hair.
Yeah, Richard Torres.
He funny.
He look like a damn 80s porn star. So.
Yeah, he's funny. I like that dude
with that mustache, right?
Right. This dude, he got a chance to beat Sanchez. Who you say? You saying Frank Sanchez's opponent? Let me see. Sanchez fight. Martin knows his way around the ring. That was a good test. Yeah, people just sometimes I think they look at their name and they get caught up in the name and who a guy lost to and not the experience he gained on the way, through losing and whatever the case. So, he definitely has some experience to take in there with him over Jared Anderson. He definitely had that. So it's just one of those. That's why you don't overlook people and you don't just count guys out. Yeah, Kiki Torres, my guy. Oh. Like Torres too. Torres like a bull in the china shop, bro. He's just coming to lay shit down. He coming to he disrespectful about it too. He actually stopped Curtis Harper. Got Curtis Harper out of there late, I think in the last round of their fight. I was like, okay, that kind of showed me something. Harper pretty damn tough, man. Got in there and put the beats on his ass though. He's just like a wrecking ball though, for sure, man. He remind me of, I don't know, like Tommy Morrison a little bit. Something. I don't know if it's the hair. I don't know what's up, but just remind me of him a bit.
They're not going to play with Jared now though. They're gonna keep building them up. They're not gonna do it. And that's the thing, like when people be saying like, oh, they're not like back in the days they used to fight each other. To me, it wasn't that these guys don't want to fight. It was always a promotional thing. Because back in the day, you only had Bob Arum. You had Muhammad Ali. Yeah, Hearn, all these dudes. So it's different. When you own the whole crop, you could throw these dudes together. And if you don't believe it, look at him now. Is he doing that with his young stars? Hell no. Because it's split up now. It's split up. But now he got to build Abdullah. He got to build Tiger. He got to build Shakur before he just start throwing these dudes in there together. But back in the day, he'll throw Hagler in there with Hearns quick because he still got everybody else. But now that it's split up, he following suit.
I'll say this too. I think that the reason why also, in addition to the point that you just made, you made a fantastic point. But in addition to that, bro, you also got to take into account the activity. So that's the other reason why those guys got to the fights much sooner. It wasn't like Sugar Ray Leonard and Thomas Hearns were both 10 or 15 fights into their careers and they just fought. It's like, nah, they fought other guys leading up to that, but they fought so often that they got to it sooner in terms of like the amount of years that it took to make those fights. Now, if you got a guy fighting 2-3 times a year max, it may take a little bit longer because you got to build them up.
Facts.
Yeah, that's a fact. Definitely is. So who the dude that flattened Torres in the Olympics? Did he turn pro? He got flattened in the Olympics. I didn't see much of Torres in the Olympics. I didn't watch him too much. I just wasn't overly you know.
I know who he's talking about. It might be that I don't know how to pronounce his name. I don't want to butcher it. It's like Jalalev or something. I can't pronounce his
Oh,
name.
that guy.
That dude.
Yeah, that's who it was. Yeah. That's exactly what it was. I'm looking at it. Yes, the dude I think put it.
Pro boxing night. It's on Wednesday, right?
Yes, sir.
Pro Box got a card on the night.
Yeah, I think they do every other Wednesday. I think it's one of the days. I forget how they usually do it too.
My guy is fighting tonight. You know what I'm saying? I'm excited to see what the future holds for him at 175, Najee Lopez.
Oh, okay. Let's go. I'm watching this. I'm gonna make sure I watch this. This comes on. It's okay. 8 p.m.
You see it?
Yeah, Justin Paul though. Okay, Najee Lopez. I'm definitely watching this. They got the mold at Ryan. Are you okay? Are you okay? A guy.
I got it. Okay.
He fighting the mole, eating bat or whatever his name is. He got a wild name, but yeah, man, I like Najee Lopez, and I know about Justin Paul though as well. Miguel Medueno, I don't know nothing about him, but I know about 3 of the fighters on the card, so I know about each of the guys in the fight, each fight. Okay, something about that's a good scrap. Oh, I'm definitely watching this Pro Box card. I'm glad y'all mentioned that. Appreciate that.
You ain't checked out?
Yeah, the Pro Box cards be putting on. They underrated. They slept on. They be having some gems up there.
Yeah, I'll watch them for sure.
Yeah, they do. I'm especially excited about Najee Lopez, man. Every time he's on Pro Box, I'll watch.
Yeah. I believe he got a brother too, right?
Yeah, he do.
Yeah. Them Kano guys, I believe he knows them two dudes. So I've been paying attention to him. So I think he gonna deliver another exciting fight. 9-0, 8 knockouts. He ain't for play, and he don't care too much for overtime.
No, he does not. No, he does not.
He get it done. Serrano fight this weekend too. Right, it's some good fights this weekend. Cool Breeze. I'm 20 minutes away from there. Event center. Salute the Cool Breeze. That's what's up. There, Serrano getting it in. I want to see Ray Raymond Ford do his thing. We gonna get right. It's gonna be should be a good weekend, man. And this Pro Box is like bonus fights that like they just slipping over, but I gotta make sure I stay tuned in to them, man, from here on out too.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm gonna fix that up right now.
Because they be having a lot of them guys that were on previous promotional companies, but then they take one L and then they got to go to the back of the line, so to speak. So they be having guys on there like Angelo Leo. They just had Moran on there against Duno. You know what I mean? So then there's other guys that they're building them up to get them to the point to where they could be on a Matchroom or Top Rank or PBC. So that's another reason why that's exciting too, in my personal opinion, because the more informed we are with all of these fighters and being in tune with them, by the time they get certain opportunities, we're not looking at them like, yo, who the hell is that? Like with Frank Martin and Artem. Like a lot of us are like, yo, who the hell is this Artem dude? Then you go do the due diligence and you realize, oh shit, this guy is an Olympic medalist.
Yeah.
He ain't so bad after all. We just don't know who the hell he is.
Yeah. For
you know
sure.
What I'm saying? So we see him on platforms like this, Pro Box. By the time they get to the big stage, we'll already be familiar with him. And then we could have a more educated opinion on the fight. We're not going to look at it like he's just supposed to blow this guy out because we don't know who the hell he is.
Exactly.
Like, Duke actually scrap.
Exactly. Make a lot of sense. That's a fact.
Right.
That's a fact. He said, I got my car Saturday. My bro gonna be calling that thing. Do your thing. Behind the Hands TV is in the building. What's good, my guy? How you feeling, bro? After the Mac truck. Yeah, I think he got a fight coming up. I thought I seen him post Mac truck. I thought I seen him post that he got a fight coming up. Bro said Polanco. You talking about which one? It's a couple, man. It Rohan is his name, Polanco. I think you talking about 12. Salute to my guy, man. Yeah, but Mac Track, I think it's Rohan you talking about, right? He got a fight, March 2nd. If that's the one you talking about. The one that's 11-0 with top rank. Oh, Javlo, 14-0. 14 KOs. Who was that talking about Olympian? Which Olympian? What you talking about? The heavyweight Olympian we was just talking about? A dude that's well, he was an Olympian. She ain't no more. In the car in the world where you can blaze and see somebody get knocked out at the same time. You know what I mean? You got to rock with that, man. That's a 2-for-1. You know, you got to rock with it. It's a 2-for-1 out this joint. Somebody get their ass beat. No doubt go good. No doubt.
I like what boxing is headed to, man. I feel like for some reason, I don't know if it's because a lot of these big fights, but it seems like everywhere I look now, like even with streamers, and now we got Pro Box and they putting on fights. For some reason, I feel like the sport is like spreading out. Like a lot of people starting to like dig.
Right.
And I like the fact that that's why I wasn't mad at the Top Rank Thursdays. You know, people complain, but I'm like, shit, for me as a fan, every other Wednesday, then I could watch them on Thursday, then the fights on I'm like, this shit to me like football, you know.
Right.
I'll take that. And like Ant said, we start learning. You know, you could watch more of these fighters. I'm the type I'll throw boxing on, just leave it on my TV, so I don't even gotta bother with it.
Right.
Pound for pound, don't forget about Golden Boy. They had their Thursday night joint recently too. The one with where they had JoJo Diaz as the headliner.
Oh, I seen that.
They had that Thursday joint on YouTube. And that's the other thing too. They starting to get back to that, where you can see the fights on YouTube, and it's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
That's the way you build the floor, man. Build the sport up. You got to build it from the ground up. You got to have a sturdy foundation. So then by the time, again, we get to the point where, you want us to come out of our pockets for pay-per-views, it's nothing, because we feel like we can trust you at that point, because you've been just giving us good card after good card and fight after fight,
Yeah, he back March 29th, Zenith. Mac Truck. We back in the ring March 29th.
That's real, man. For real. Because people.
Yeah, facts. Go good. Like, we know definitely more, we could go deeper. Like I said, I used to do this prospect watch joint where I used to be talking about all these up and coming prospects and stuff like that. He definitely could build. See, you know what I mean? A lot of people don't be, it's some names out there, man. It's something that slipped by me too. I be getting put on. But the thing is, I'm going to tell you, and I'm going to make sure I watch them every time they come on from that point forward. So I'm going to know exactly who I'm watching. JoJo got his ass whooped. Yeah, that's what the sport need. Yeah, we could go deeper and talk about, you know what I mean, some of these other names that ain't getting you know what, go good. You see Behind the Hands TV, definitely he got a channel that you'll appreciate, bro. Somebody that ain't he don't post for clicks. He don't post for the popular boxers. You definitely gonna run into some people that you don't know. And you probably see some content of some people you do know. You know what I'm saying? But you definitely want to go check Behind the Hands TV out for sure. He just in here commented. He just was in here a second ago. And he calling his own card where you could smoke one and watch somebody get put to sleep at the same time. That's gotta be fun, man. That's gotta be fun. Like I said, man, that Yoshino fight, boy, that was something. That Yoshino fight, boy, that was turned up in there. But that wasn't the only one, because the Conceição fight was the same thing. They was getting right in there too.
I wanted to go to that. That was right in the city.
Mm-hmm.
Those is literally like 10 minutes away from me. I'm thinking about going to this Ryan and Devin fight, man, but I don't know. I'm like, do I want to see it on the TV though? Because you know it's different when you go to a fight than
Hell yeah. Sometimes I think sitting at home is you got all the angles,
right,
as opposed to one seat. So you will see, like, you know what I mean? It'll be some angles or some stuff you missed a certain way. Like when you go back and see highlights and replays, you'll be like, damn. Appreciate you, Go Good. I had just dropped this link too, just in case, but appreciate you, bro. You'll probably you could appreciate his channel for sure. I mean, put you up on some different fighters. You know what I mean, raw footage. He recording. You know what I mean? He behind the lens, getting them fights in. I ain't be in the gym, so you know what I mean. Be putting the boots to the ground for sure. Another good
Big
channel.
facts, man. That Cuban dude that he had on there, I can't remember what his name was. He looked sharp as hell. Or he like 5-0.
Man.
I gotta go back. I gotta go back because I saved it in my boxing playlist.
Mm-hmm.
Because I would, man, what I do, I had to start taking a break because at one point I was watching one a day. Then I was like, all right, I'm gonna just binge these fights. I be binging on that channel.
Mm-hmm. Right. He just got some real, you know what I mean? He's just giving you the fights, man. Like, you know what I mean? Getting that footage, man. That's dope. But him calling his own show, I think that's another one. He gonna have the microphone on and you know he already know, man. He got that gifted guy. He gonna be out there having fun on that mic. I already know. Be funny. That's it, man. I hope he do get some footage. I hope so. Hope he is able to I mean, get some footage so we can see it.
J.A.
My God, Go Good though.
That's real talk, J.A. That's why that's why I come to channels like Just Do, because you get tired of hearing a lot of you can always tell when it's a narrative, but you can always tell who's on what side. And it's like, do I want to? I'm gonna click in there, get in that chat, and it's like, it's not people like with the casual.
I try to take it out sometimes. Like I'll address some of this stuff, but like, more so I'll try not to drown it out with just a bunch of, you know what I mean? I love the boxing, pure boxing conversations. They always, you know what I mean? But shit, man, and there's a lot still going on, man. It's a lot of unknowns, man. We at a weird space where, we still guessing. Still guessing, but at least we know we got, like y'all say, y'all mentioned Pro Box is coming on at 8:00. That's worth watching. There's some fights on there, and then you got some fights this weekend. That's definitely worth watching.
Yeah, I feel like we'll know all the news in the right time. I'm just happy we got that March 30th card, so that's already next month. Then we got the Devin and Ryan, so we got some time, and around that time we'll probably start hearing this is what Bud's doing, this is what Canelo.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll be like perfect timing because we got these fights rather than we still ain't got no dates, and it's just gonna be more months of this, But got some good fights coming up, so we'll figure out. We'll post. We'll be updated on the news well in good enough time.
I heard something about what they say, Dervinchenko or something fighting on that undercard. I think Ardo Barboza. Hold on. Let me go look and then the old trusty knows. Bro told me something about that card. I think today or somebody fighting on there. Let me look real quick.
I thought L-Dub said something about Arnold Barboza being
Arnold
on there with
Barboza
Twitter.
will be on the Haney versus Garcia undercard. He will be the replacement if Ryan pulls out as well.
They already. Why they don't got a replacement for Devin? They just got a replacement for Ryan. In case Ryan pulls out, this is the replacement. Crazy.
Man, it's crazy. They got a replacement already for this guy in case he pull out. They like, boy, we don't trust Dariel Duke. Yeah, Dariel D. Yeah, I'm gonna go look up who you talking about too. I'm gonna go check him out, see if I missed it. Bunch of them complaining. Yeah, That's why I said I seen Eddie Hearn. I had a little clip in there where Eddie Hearn said that PBC. Matter of fact, just for anybody that didn't catch it, we're gonna play it again because we're gonna build for a little bit more before we get up out of it. Let me play the clip for anybody because I got y'all up here, man. What y'all think about this with Eddie?
When I've talked to Tszyu about Benavidez, like the fact that people think he won't fight him, he actually laughs. You know, this is a guy, he's fought everybody. He'll fight Benavidez and we'll do that deal to fight Benavidez. But he wants activity, he wants a plan. Benavidez ain't happening in May because the PBC don't want to work with anyone. And now they're fucked. Yeah? So you get to a situation where if I reached out to Benavidez, what the PBC do is they go, we're only making that fight on the PBC. We'll give Benavidez the opportunity. And this is what people don't understand. They're not willing to let their guys go on another platform to take a chance to achieve greatness. It all has to happen with them only.
With them only. What y'all think about that, man? Eddie?
I think it sounded really good, but like the chat put in, there's been numerous times where BBC put it, but again, if you don't know that type of stuff, I could see how people get, befuddled with it. And like, oh, really? I didn't think.
Right.
Oh, right. And I think he really going hard like that too because of the rumors of Canelo and stuff. So like I said, he probably really trying to secure that. And Eddie always talk highly of Canelo. Can never do no wrong. Even when Andrade was the mandatory and Canelo said cuatro títulos, Eddie made an excuse about that. Like, no, it's the weight and
right.
I get it. I get what he doing. It's not, not a surprise to me what he doing. But just so the fans know, like we just seen Edwin and Shakur. Where was that on?
Right.
Just for recent memory,
Right. Facts. And that was what, two separate sides that they crossed this imaginary street that people keep talking about. Now facts go good. I don't do people like that. That's why I like when people come up here and build so y'all can hear how, how we supposed to talk to each other. I just really don't believe in arguing like opinions. I think it's played. Like you don't, people really don't know how to have conversations when somebody think differently. They just lose their mind. It don't even be that serious. It's like I want other perspectives because you want to give people more than just what you think. You know what I mean? You allow other people to say what they think too. So I ain't never gonna be screaming on people like that. Plus I be mellow as hell back here. So, I'll be chill. You want to scare why he make the fight with Benavidez? That he's talking like Canelo signed with him already. He is, man. I just think, is he scared? Again, I'm not gonna say scared, but I'm gonna say I feel like each time that he doesn't fight him and he fights somebody else, meanwhile Benavidez is kind of like just sitting in the wind or forced to, make another fight. I feel like he's making a strategic business decision to continuously not fight him. And that's just what it seemed like. All this, he'll fight Benavidez. He laughs at the, the thought that you think he won't fight Benavidez. We don't give a damn if he laughing, bro. When he gonna fight him? Yeah, like y'all want me to believe the older he get, the more likely it is to happen. Like, bro, that clock, that time running out, that shit about to sell, man. That shit about to, be in the middle of the ocean somewhere, man. It's gonna be long gone. Especially he go to 75 and he feel like, oh, he feel good, and now you done change your plans about going back down to 68, talking about fighting in Billy. Like, my thing is, why not fight him now? Why go up and then come back down and fight him? So it's like, I take that with a grain of salt because I'm trying to understand the point and what sense would that really make? Unless you got hopes of getting a Canelo fight, unless you really want to go back down it. Because I'm telling you now, bro, respect to you. You go up and come back down. You know who I want to see you fight. I know what Canelo doing, and it ain't fighting you. Morrell been talking, a lot, and I like it. You know what I'm saying? So somebody got to acknowledge that, man. He said something about him. Did he say something about him, Billy, too? I like Morrell. He been talking now. Yeah, B-Dog, talking on both sides of that. It's business for Eddie Hearn. Yup, damn the competition. Right. How you lose Bud and Canelo in the same week. Man, it's crazy. They said that contract expired for Bud and EJ. So, I don't think it's the worst thing in the world because I'm going to just put this picture up one more time. This is a damn good fight for Errol Spence coming back, man. said it again, man. Both coming off KO losses and layoffs, man. The double L's, man. Get him in there and scrap. I mean, why wouldn't you want to see? It's a good fight.
That makes sense.
For a fight. Get started at the division. You know, Spence like competition. He don't want what you would call a soft touch. I think Brian Castano is a credible opponent to come back against. I know losses, people see loss and be like, how do you fight him? Man, he lost. Shit, you know what I'm saying? He fought people with losses before.
But you know it's gonna be funny? Because Spence, he coming back. You know, Spence is the top dog at Premier Boxing Champions. He come back. I could see them making this fight, right? But you look for who's the champions. It's his man Jamel, Tszyu, right? And then he gonna have Bud in there. I don't think he gonna run it back with Bud into a couple fights. And even if he do beat Castano, it'll be interesting to see if they try to make that Jamel and Errol fight.
Right.
But they're not gonna leave him there without no belt. They're not gonna leave him fighting without a belt. That's Errol. So get to that point where it's like, Jamel, you need to move up, or we got to get us to the truth.
That's a good point, Zine. Facts though, pound. He said PBC releasing Canelo from a deal. If they thought it was a loss, they could hold him up with litigation. They clearly think keeping him would create a financial loss. And it very well could, especially if the report is accurate about what he wanted as opposed to what they wanted. And it seemed like that's where they butted heads at. That's the only one. Well, one of the only variables that seems to be consistent, as it seems to be some type of lack of agreement in terms of the opponent selection and things like that, or the order of said opponents. And it's what it is. Seem like walls closing in now. You might actually have to fight somebody that people want to see you fight. That's what it seemed like. I hope that's what all this stuff mean. I hope that's what it means, because I think that's just good for boxing. Errol and Charlo's.
Yeah,
those boxing rounds. Yeah, Bob be going in. Then Melo taking that Canelo fight, but it made it seem like he ain't want to smoke with Tszyu. I think he just made a financial business decision too, Jay. Respect to him, but I think he definitely, if you looking at it like, what is it, Canelo and 10 million with Canelo, or X amount of million with Tszyu, or whatever the case, right? That's why I think he, easy decision for him when he looking at it from a financial point of view, especially after he lost. He switched from, this for the hood or whatever he was saying, it's culture or whatever he said, and then turned around and said it was about money. I said, you sneaky dog. But it was no surprise coming off that situation, and up there that clearly was a cash grab.
Yeah, you got to take that. That's a Canelo fight. So yeah, for sure. I remember. Yeah, go
trying to knock one of my friends out.
Yeah, they more than friends. Go good. They friends, but unlike Shakur and Keyshawn, they actually got the same trainer. Like Shakur and Keyshawn, they in the same camp and they friends, but Earl friends, but they got the same trainer. And that's
they still tell them to fight. And now they mad at the Abdullah Mason thing. Oh, that's just another guy he won't fight. He's trying to big brother him so he don't have to fight him. I'm like, y'all some weird people, bro. The fighter himself don't even feel like that, but the people do. Not to mention that they, Dre Prince fighters, so they still supposed to fight each other, right? That's just never mind that. It makes sense, because there ain't enough guys to go around, so they gotta fight each other because we said so. Like, man, hell nah.
Some people don't like to hear that. Like Tyson, he told the Charlos to fight. He said, "Man, y'all brothers, y'all need to fight."
Yeah, he was just
Tyson don't give a damn.
So Mason back at it already, and for the people that was pushing that, why don't Shakur fights Kid Austin? You don't have a fight lined up. Yeah, he don't got one, so y'all think. So I'm gonna just leave that there. I ain't even gonna go no further there, but go ahead and think he don't. It might not know exactly who it is, but there's definitely something lined up. But Kid Austin definitely has an opponent already lined up. So that's why I be taking that stuff with a grain of salt. And the timing of it couldn't be more convenient for a situation where you're going into another fight. You start calling out guys, getting your name out there, buzzing about calling out other guys, knowing damn well you can't fight them next because you lined up to fight somebody already. That's why I say I love it. It's good entertainment, but don't be mad at me when I call that shit out because I see it clearly. And like I seen, bro, like you start putting more energy into a guy that you know you're not fighting as opposed to the guy that you actually are fighting. And you know that could be a very dangerous approach for a young fighter. You want to focus. Don't count your, you know what I mean? Chickens before they hatch, bro. Don't count them for the fight liner because there we go. And Bob need to work it out. Yeah, they need to figure that out because especially with that last fight. Mason on Anderson on the car, Yachtman Corpus Christi. Salute the girl Yacht. He right back at it. April 13th, I think it is. I like the fact they're keeping him active.
Yeah, all of them young dudes, they need to keep doing that.
Mm-hmm.
You got to keep them active. You got to keep them active. If you're going to put them up against people who don't really know like that, keep them active. Especially if they special like that, they should be getting better every time. So when they do get in a big fight, they'll have enough experience.
Right. So Canelo's a big name. So yeah, as I said, the problem is he's getting Matchroom to match PBC. Why would they? They don't have the fighters to make the profit. That's interesting too. CCL too. Oh, he back. I like CCL, man. I think he gave Navarrete hell, Gertz. That's a fact, Zenith. And again, I think that's the crossroads where he's at right now. I think, you know, will they be willing to give you the money? Yeah, but I'm pretty sure it got to make sense. And I think the thought process was, you know, that would just be the Band-Aid to fix everything. Okay, well, he's leaving PBC and they in ruins now. So now he's just gonna go over there to Matchroom and get more money to fight the same opponent. Well, as it stands today, it don't look like that's what's happening right this second. So I mean, they might be like, "Look, bro, we want to pay you, but we gotta make this money back, bro. You can't just be giving money away at this point. Like, yeah, you bring money in, but we gotta make sure it makes sense. People gotta eat. You out here talking about 35 to $50 million guarantees, bro. That's crazy. That's one fighter. Now, that's not the whole card. That's not two. That's one guy. So that's a lot of, you know, it's a lot of bread. That's a big percentage of the pot to just be given to one guy.
And then that wouldn't fit into your narrative neither, because if you saying that they can't pay him 35 to fight somebody, you know, whether it's Charlo or whoever, Benavidez, whatever, but yet he could go somewhere else. They're gonna pay him that same amount of money to fight a bum. So now who's really overpaying their fighters?
I think that's the crossroads. KO was good with it, bro. I think that's the crossroads that boxing is at right now. You just, you know, people are not in a position where it seems like they want to continue to, I guess, overpay. You know what I mean? Especially without you taking the risk necessary to get paid the money. And that, I think that's could be a good thing. Put the right fights together and then make all the money you want. Like, I don't care. You know what I mean? Make what you want. PBC has a venue unlocked for May 4th. From them, I don't come off it. Don't budge, huh? I wonder what will be the end. What's going to be the end result with Canelo? I just be wanting to know as a boxer fan. I really don't care about their money and nothing, but sometimes they come up in conversation because we be trying to figure out what the hell going on. Is this what it is? And that's what it appears from the outside looking in. It's like, oh, all right, you want to be paid, but you don't necessarily want to make those fights that would get you the money. So, of course, that's going to be a conflict for anybody that's crunching some numbers and they able to see that, you know, look, this ain't going to work. It's fighting Berlanga, bro. They do, man, that's going to be crazy. They get Berlanga in there right now, especially on some next type stuff.
That's a green fight.
Evil. $15 million. He made way more with Mel and would have made more with Charlo if he agreed to fight Benavidez. They likely not. That's what I'm saying. I was hearing that too. That he don't want that Benavidez on the back, and he like, nah, bro, ain't no package deal. I ain't fighting that guy. I ain't fighting him. And that's why it's hard for, any promoter, even though no matter how much you want to kiss ass to try to sell that, yeah, he'll fight him. Yeah, he's gonna fight, man. Shut up, bro. Shut up already. Cause he ain't made a move with his spoiled ass, man. Like, you know what I mean? His privileged ass. Like, ain't enough pressure. Y'all should be in his ear too. It shouldn't just be us on social media or YouTube, man. Bro, nah, your ass need to fight him. Exile Loco was good with it, fam. Good to see you in the building. Blaming the promoter because the fighters. Oh, right. Yeah, and then they saying that he leaving them in ruins now. Now they, they ain't gonna be able to continue without. I'm like, bro, y'all just be pushing it, don't you? I just don't think no one fighter can have that much say so over no company, bro. I don't see it. Not in this situation, I don't. Should not want to fight. Should want to fight Benavidez. Someone like Berlanga should be beneath him. Respect to him. Like right now, just from a skill standpoint, talent level, experience gap, it's too many variables in there, and none of them sway on the side of Edgar Berlanga. You get what I'm saying?
None
and
of
it's a tough sell. I mean, I try not to knock no fights, bro. I could see the excitement factor and maybe him making it entertaining, but it's still, if people can kind of predetermine the outcome, no matter how you get there, they're tougher sales. Like people want to see something that you think where either guy could win, possibly. Not these. It's kind of like setup fights. So you put Benavidez versus Jamal Charlo on May 4th and kill that shit, right? Take his date. That's gonna be wild. Because I'm hearing now that his date for him could be in jeopardy too. And it could also lead to somebody else's date being pushed up because he ain't fighting as well. So I want to see how all that shake out.
I've been saying that I want to see that fight, Jamal and Benavidez, because I said it's funny if he beat the little brother, then he move up and beat the big brother. Or the big brother, then he move up and beat the little brother. But you feel what I'm saying? Because David is like got a better career going. But I don't think it'll be dope.
Like, it's a terrible fight. It's just a tough sell. Look, man, Berlanga still got a lot of learning and seasoning to get on him. There's no way you can tell me, what was that dude named? Mick what? Mick something. I don't even remember at this point.
Roy.
What was it, Mick Roy?
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy. He did well with him, but think about you going from him to Canelo in your next fight. Like, I don't see no scenario where that makes sense. Like, and how could you sell people that? Oh, well, maybe you'll say, yeah, he got the knockout now. So, man, so that ain't no damn Canelo. He ain't knocking Canelo out like that, especially not with the same shit he got dude with. That's not happening. So it's a much tougher fight for him. Shit, he might get stopped. Give Tank May 4th.
Yeah, it take him a long minute to. He should have. He looked real hesitant in that fight. I think he should have did. I mean, you can say what you want, like he stopped him in the 6th, but just actually watching it, it looked like it took him a long time to make an adjustment. But when he did, it clicked quick. But all the rounds, he looked like hesitant. Like, somebody that's not really on that level yet. But he still needs some more experience. Like, he's still a little green,
Because you got to think, outside of the 16 first round knockouts, you got like a handful of fights where you win some rounds. Think what I'm saying? So you ain't as experienced. Like, that number of fights don't be fooled, because 16 of them really ended in the first round or even less than 3 minutes and shit like that. So you gotta think about that. That's not no experience. Like, you get what I'm saying? To a certain degree. Yeah, you getting them knockouts, bro, but that's not a ton of experience in terms of actual in the ring activity. Like, you literally training, like your training sessions is longer than your 16 round fights. I mean, your first 16 fights, bro. Like, damn. So I could understand the process that it's going to take for him to kind of, especially if he's set to improve himself. Like, he's going to take a minute. So in the meantime, Like, you don't send a guy that's trying to still prove himself and get out of that stage of being like this green fighter in there with Canelo and expect a win out of him. Like, just because he punch hard, that's not going to be enough. Great business, but horrible fight. Need to put on a pay-per-view card and let Tank fight Ryo as the main. Benavidez versus Charles, the cool man. He said that would do numbers. Set it up nice. Yeah, I think it will too, though. No May 4th fight. That's what I was saying. Canelo can't be fighting May 4th when he fought Charlo. They had a while to promote and 2 months to promote. Canelo fight is BS. Yeah, I'm starting to think that he might have to move off the date too. And you know how he is about them dates. You know how buddy is about them dates. That's why I figured like that should produce a real answer or announcement or some real news from him at some point. It is what it is, man. Hopefully, at some point, he decide to start moving right. That's my wishful thinking for Canelo.
It'll come out. It'll come out. If I just see that Berlanga Canelo poster, oh man. I mean, it's a fight. I'm gonna still watch it, you know. But it's like I'm gonna just be like, damn, Canelo, you know. But it is what it is. But the thing about Berlanga could bang, bro. But it's like the thing about Canelo's like opponents, I feel like they fall in love with his aura, and it like scares them. Like every time I see them fight, it's like they start off okay, but they just look like they know they in there with Canelo, like a step into him, like a Bivol did, or even like a Floyd did. Like I feel like Canelo, you can't be scared of that man aura. I feel like a lot of these fighters, like they get in there just to fight a little bit. Caleb talking to him, I'm doing okay. Jamel, like he really didn't want to engage. That was a big thing. You know, even his sparring partners and shit. Like I don't know. It just seemed like when they get in a ring with him, maybe it's just too bright. I don't know. But I think Berlanga will be the same thing. I could see Berlanga just taking a knee and be like, "Nah, I'm straight."
Right.
You know. So it kind of
stupid, yo. PBC fire sale, buy one fight and get one free. You stupid, bro. John Wick's that match from look like they're taking the lead in the boxing. PBC is that's one leg to stand on. Tank. I mean, I don't know how, like the PBC stuff. I need to see them Tank, like how, you know, no pun intended, how people say they've been for years. Like they're gonna find a way to continue to put on shows. That's what I feel like. Like a cow wants people to think you're a true Mexican warrior. A while ago, some of the Mexican fighters was calling that stuff out. I think one of them was Wild Manuel Marquez. I mean, sometimes these dudes be changing up their tune when they get a certain camera in front of them, but they was complaining a little bit. Like some dudes feel like, nah, you can't even compare him to the greats with the way he be moving. And that's why I say, man, it ain't just certain people saying it. Has anyone heard anything from Frank Marner's team about the fight? Not from their team, but that don't surprise me because they quiet as hell. They quiet, super damn quiet, but I ain't surprised. But shit, the last thing Frank Marner said, he was taking it to the moon, right? This next one or something like that, going to the moon. So I do know it, you know, from somebody that's one of the higher ups, from what my bro was telling me, is definitely confirmed that unless something happened or changed drastically, like it's looked like it's headed in that direction with that fight. So hopefully everything is on the up and up with it, because I think that's the fight that need to happen. I mean, I'm not against seeing it at all.
For sure.
I need to see that young man back in there, and Frank too. I want to see Frank back in the ring too. He's a damn good fighter. That'd be a good fight for both of them. Great opportunity for both of them for different reasons.
You know who the most active coach award goes to? Derrick James, within the last year, has been a part of 5 biggest fights in boxing, bro.
All right.
Like with the Bud Errol, the Canelo Jamel, then he had the Joshua shit who's training him. Now he with Ryan and Devin. And then he gonna have Frank and then Tank. And it's like, damn, nigga, like he just back. Derrick James is like the most, not even just the most active trainer, but like he's a part of the biggest fights.
I think that's what he said. Something like, they ain't expected to be back at another big fight like this. Like, I'm like, yeah, well, you making it happen. You turned yourself to a busy man.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Listen, he going out there doing a damn good job to win, lose, or draw, man. You know what I mean? He making it happen. So let's see, man. They got their next up, April 20th. Let's see. But then it's funny how they got Arnold Barboza lined up on deck just in case he pull out. It's funny. Barboza on deck. It's funny, bro.
That's disrespectful. If I was Ryan, I'd be like, "Where's Devin's replacement, nigga? Why y'all only got me up there?"
You know what I'm saying? Like King Roddy, like, yeah, cause we know Dev ain't pulling out, but your ass, man,
talking about
Vegas. A little iffy, son. You're a little iffy. You're a little iffy, dog.
That's hilarious.
I'm telling you. But man, just to close up, man, just to wrap up, salute to my bros, pound for pound, McQueen too, man. Bill Haney and his stories, man. Bill, another day of Bill. Salute to him, man. He said Devin retired Floyd. That's pretty funny, man. Salute to them, though, man. Floyd still living rent free in certain people's head. Then they wonder why. He probably could be puppet mastering behind the scenes. I better start working up that trade lead. That retired man alone and retired. You know what I mean? Eddie Hearn, the PBC is effed because nobody we don't want to work with nobody. I get what he's trying to say, but like I said, y'all just named numerous examples of how that ain't the case. Eddie Hearn just being a promoter. Typical PBC bashing or like hate or just negative energy or comments toward it is what it is.
And it don't make sense.
And the last thing, what y'all think about y'all think we see Crawford in 2025 at all? Y'all think you got one more, like Algieri said, and he done?
What you think, Ant?
Yeah, I think it's dependent on whether or not they can find him the right opponent to get the type of money that he's looking for. I don't even know what he's looking for. Let me not even say because
I mean, look, you right on point because that's what he said out his mouth.
That's what
he said the money, like he want the money fights. So you're right. That's right on point, right? If he could find that money opportunity or that money fight or that big opportunity money fight that he feel like, he could ride off into the sunset with, maybe he could slide after one. Being that one of his options is kind of off the table now from what we hearing. So, and again, his two options was clear. So one of them, he sounded like he's still optimistic about making. So we're going to see because, you see little videos and stuff with people talking about he beefing up to 68, but I take that with a grain of salt. I believe it if he start talking like it.
I think
what you said, why they be hating on Bill Dev so much. Have you seen it? I hear that a lot. Some people don't like some of the way he go about promoting. Should I say his son and some of the things that he pushed, some of the narratives. But other than that, I don't think people hate on him, right? I think the ones hate on him don't be the ones getting called out on it enough. Like us, well, I rock with him. I think he's a pretty funny dude. Yeah, that's exactly what he doing. But huge match ain't good if you don't fight again. I'm telling you.
The key is to not take things personally, man. Not to take anything personally. And I think that's where a lot of us as fans, we be getting it messed up. We take things far too personal, and we be bickering and going back and forth with each other, screaming at each other, calling each other clowns and stuff like that all on social media. I've seen panels where it done got heated, where folks been talked about, fighting and what they would do to one another, and it's like, yo, it's not that serious. It's not that serious.
Right, and you're 100% right, and it's so
lying ain't promoting for sure.
It's so funny because you say that fans is insulting each other, talking about fighting, and guess what Bud and Errol was doing? Talking on the phone like we doing right now. Fans is calling insults and your mother and all, and they was on the phone. That's what Bud said. He said the fans made this out to be some kind of, I don't got no problem with Earl. We talked. We made the fight happen. It's our fans that did all
that. He apologized for not being to get my boy the fights. Damn terrible, man. But yeah, I get it. I know how to separate the two. I know the promotion stuff I'm talking about is the more recent stuff, like the narratives. That's the stuff I feel like people don't like. So that's not the stuff that I refer to as promoting. I know that's just what it is. It's misleading the people in line. You know what I mean? Smoke and mirrors type stuff. And I think a lot of guys are responsible for doing it, not just Bill, but he's just one of the more frequent guys that do it because he's a readily available speaker. You could find this dude anywhere. You know what I mean? A lot of places, and he always willing to talk his talk. So I think in doing so, you know, he had a tendency to run off a lot of things that ain't the actual factuals, to put it mildly. You know what I'm saying? So that's the stuff I think people have a problem with, as far as him, you know, guiding his son and what he doing there. Nobody has a problem with that at all. People applaud that part of it, but it's the other stuff, like, and people try to lump it all in there the same. Like, nah, it's not all the same. Like, one has nothing to do with the other. You know what I mean? How good you are as a father has nothing to do with the promotional side of things when you know, misleading people are putting out these narratives. Like, for instance, like I said, the $20 million offer stuff, and that's the stuff where people put up the resistance against them. I don't think it's hate, but they hate to be lied to. You get what I'm saying? Or people that just, you know, just tell flat out lies, stories, man.
Well, that's the thing, man. We take things personally and we make assumptions. And I understand where you're coming from, and I understand KO sentiment. But my thing is this: word of mouth is free. It's free promotion in a sense, because what are we doing right now? We're talking about Devin and Bill. 100%. And that's the thing. It's about staying present in people's minds. Being the topic of conversation for one reason or another. And in my personal opinion, I don't think that Bill really cares about playing the heel role. See, I wouldn't be surprised if Bill was cool as hell just as a person, but he understands, like, all right, I'm gonna have people who are gonna be upset, and then they're gonna be other people who feel as though like I'm a bearer of truth or whatever it is, and they're gonna take it as gospel. But regardless of where you fall on either end of the spectrum, the fact of the matter is that we're spending time talking about these guys. And then on YouTube and boxing Twitter, you got a whole civil war going on daily. Like, we could be talking about one topic and then somehow it just devolves into Devin and Tank or Devin and or whoever it is. It don't matter what the hell we could be talking. We could be talking about Ergashev versus Big Bang Zane. Next thing you know, we talking about some shit that Bill said. And he understands this.
Right. Yeah. That's why I say it's like it's good for him. He getting people talking. He feel like he doing his job. And like I said, I know somebody that spoke to him directly, and like one of the things he did say is like, yo, it's all love, and he definitely just out here doing what a father's supposed to do. And that kind of lets me know the intent. That don't excuse the stuff that I know people classify as the lies and the narratives, but you know, the other stuff, the fun stuff, I at least understand your why. You know what I mean? I don't mean I gotta be cool with it, but I get what you're doing. You know what I mean? So salute to him. Hell of a fight coming up at 420. May the best man win. But they missed me with all that. He retired Floyd Mayweather. That's out. I ain't running with nothing.
Damn way.
But it got us talking. It got us talking though, because you like, yo, you think Bill's crazy. He shot out. Like, he wild.
Right. That's what I think it is. Go good, like how Just was saying. It's like, you know, some people understand this promotion, so they forget, but other people just don't like the lying, because you could promote and not, you know, get caught lying at the same time. So like, what's the name was saying, like, some people just don't like that, so they be like, yo, this dude's a liar, and he just talking. Just is going smooth. Just will be like,
so invested.
Motion, like, you know, he lying, but I don't like it, because Just is calmer. You know, he more smooth with it. He like, yeah, he lying, but he promoting. He don't take it serious. But some people just don't like that shit. So,
right. Some people really bothered by that, and they just like, I get it. You know what I'm saying? I get it complete. But I think we know better, like, for the people that's paying attention, how to decipher the lies from the other shit. Peach Tigress in the building. Good to see you. Good to see you. Yeah, just not with the line. That's what it is. No nonsense, nothing. You say becomes credible, it's true. You can't kill your credibility with being dishonest. Lying ain't cool. Nah, not misleading people, none of that. And I think sometimes, you know, in the sport of boxing, people that's in position often take advantage of people that's not in the know. The ignorance of the fans, people that not going to do the homework and, you know, leg work, so to speak, just gonna take them at their word. Those are the people that they take advantage of, and it's unfortunate. It's a lot of people like that because those are the casual people that's, you know, that not gonna do the research, and then those are the people that's gonna be confused at the end of the day. I'm just not confused. I know when I'm being lied to. I know when somebody's selling me something. It's a damn good chance that they lying. That's really there to reveal to me because you clearly putting sauce on your son now. Oh yeah, sauce on, yeah. Gotta get ready for when that roof cave in. Tell you, it's gonna be tough. But man, salute to everybody in the building. Much love and appreciation to the family. Salute to my guys, pound for pound. And at McLean. Y'all make sure y'all smash that like button. Yeah, retiring Floyd is crazy. I mean, one more time before we get out of here. This is, you know, Bill was hyped up with it too, boy. He said it with his chest.
He should have showed the sparring video of him and Devin. Yeah. What? Now why he's showing all that sparring video? And it was 6-0. It wasn't close. It was like Floyd was looking in the mirror when I told him. It was before the Conor McGregor fight when he finally decided that he could no longer be in the boxing with no real fighters. Devin is the one that snapped that. He knew that the torch had to be passed, and he passed it to Devin. It's the new era. It's the Devin Haney era, and that's what it is.
Man, salute the Bill. He went on. He knew he had to pass that torch. Man, he said he passed the torch, got Floyd in the back while he passing the torch. It's crazy. Nah, but salute to them, man. He having fun with this stuff. Like I said, I don't excuse or justify the lies. With the other stuff, I know it's him having fun, you know what I mean? In step with his son, you know. So what it is. But much love and appreciation. Salute to the family. Appreciate everybody pulling up.
Salute.
Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button on the way out. Peace to the Queen Aisha and salute to my guys pulling up on your boy.
Appreciate you, man. And then before I go to that artwork is fire too, bro. That's a nice cover.
Right. She kind of I appreciate you, bro. Mike Kirkland said Floyd been messing up his money, so he mad. That's what they claim, right? Peace out, yo, my guy Gertz, B-Dog. You know certain channels gonna run with it, right? And you know this, man. So they had done a good job keeping themselves at top on YouTube, even for those the quality of conversation. Also turn people off from buying your fights. Absolutely 1,000,000%. That's a fact. You know what I mean? So to my guy A1 Hoop Zone in the win. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate all y'all, man. Y'all make sure y'all enjoy the rest of y'all good Wednesday, man. And we're gonna be back tomorrow to build on some more boxing, y'all. Y'all know it. And y'all be sure that if y'all catch my good brother J Hardcore at 8 o'clock, man, go stop in there and tell him I said what up. And don't forget about the Pro Box card that also is on at 8 o'clock, y'all. So with that, man, see y'all tomorrow. Peace to you.